Inglorious Bards. I'm your humble game master, Tom, and this is episode 61, 62. We are on fire after the holiday break. Welcome. Glad to have you here. We're coming to you live on twitch.tv/IngloriousBards. Very excited. We are shy one bard for this session. Hope to have Alistair back. For now, Master Yaru will be chilling out back in the Nexus. We are also available on our YouTube channel. You can search for Inglorious Bards, available on every podcast platform known to man. We have our Discord server. You can join the chat as well. The Patreon to support the show, which we certainly appreciate all our supporters. And without further ado, let's get a recap of what happened last session from Jeremy after we get a note from our sponsor.
Hello! Inglorious Bards tonight is brought to you by our favorite producers of ball trimmers, Manscaped, the global leader in below-the-belt grooming. We need to leave this shit year of 2021 behind us. Manscaped is going to help us do that. They're going to help you clean up your smelly-ass junk with their ultra-premium body wash. Go to manscaped.com, use promo code IngloriousBards, and you get 20% off. Speaking of the new year, 2022 is right there. I can see it. It's right there. It's time to stop being Jungle Bush Johnson. You need to get your shit trimmed up with the new Lawnmower 4.0. It will help you glide those smooth-ass balls right into the new year. Manscaped has engineered their 4th generation ball trimmer to the ultimate machine by focusing on intelligent functionality and an incredibly comfortable grooming experience. It has a cutting-edge ceramic blade to cut that scrot fro into a big bunch of beautiful balls. So go to manscaped.com, use promo code IngloriousBards to get a fantastic 20% off. That's great. Get the Lawnmower 4.0. The ultra premium body wash, and the refined cologne. Stop being a hobo. Your bathing suit area will thank you.
Do it. Is that me? That's a hard act to follow with Scrotfro. In our last adventure, we were discussing finding the Towers of Scourgeonar. Now that we're back together, and in a conversation, Xana remembered House Relmar, as well as Abali was thinking about possibly going to the Tower of Carahel, who are known for their knowledge and having a lot of archives. So the party splits up. At least we thought we did. Then we got back together. We split up again. It turns out that we made it to the House Relmar. And as they were going in, there was apparently an entire vote happening at that moment to dissolve the council, which consisted of only Xander. So there was a bit of a hullabaloo of how that was going to work. Xander announced that someone else was going to be the speaker. With that done, they immediately kicked us out because now we were no longer House Relmar, and they promised that eventually they'd get us some help, maybe. We followed Bali over to the Tower of Carahel and were able to get access through some fantastic conversations into the deep archives, the hidden books, the scared areas. And when we went into this vault of knowledge, the Inglorious key that we were keeping with us activated, and suddenly 2 specters jumped out, the visions of the lost, and started literally shredding books in front of us. We dispatched them as fast as possible, and were able to find the books that we were looking for. We found a tome that was written by the Feathered Sage, who had some great information about where the remaining towers were. It's exactly what we were looking for. So after we discovered or thought about which plane we wanted to go to, whether it was going to be the Iron Lands or down to the Maiden's Depths or even all the way to the far north to Palacia, we decided to use the Nexus again, take our books, and head out to Eastern Varen. When we got there, we landed on the plateau of Skane Rock and were immediately set upon by orcs, at least Xander was, and they were quickly dispatched by the rest of the team. But we did some scouting back and forth, found 2 very different, we'll say, tribes at the moment who are definitely in their own structures. And the last one, we found it seemed like there was a city or a set of buildings around a large tower. That is literally where we stopped and left off. And so I hope that's where we keep going and continue from. And if so, what are we even still doing here? Let's let the adventure begin.
Our heroes are gathered on Slain Rock, a plateau in the Ironlands. The Ironlands is a kingdom far to the east that Bali the Dwarf, I believe, understood that it once belonged to the dwarven kingdoms of long, long, long ago. The dwarves now banished to 3 separate halls across the kingdom of Varen. The Ironlands is arguably, or maybe not even arguably, the largest kingdom, in quotes, in Varen, made up of different war bands of orcs. Wide open plains with wargs, orcs, battle parties, huts, villages, and lots of violence plagues this land. The orcs are penned in by a large mountain range where the Knights of Calivier are able to keep them at bay, as well as the few undead that normally wander out of the kingdom of Reskalon to the north. Now probably much more undead have come through. The heroes are on Slain Rock, a huge plateau of several miles in diameter that rises up, I believe, 180 feet on average off of the main plains of the kingdom. The heroes have left a nexus point, which is a small 3-4 foot tall obelisk of stone with some symbols on it, and have left their home and teleported to this location. Making your way across this plain, I believe all 5 of you are together, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You all caught up. You're making your way west by northwest, where you see this village up off ahead with tents and yurts and lean-tos made of crude hides stitched together over and over again, well-worn wooden poles, an intermittent wooden palisade with many gaps in it, but made of thick poles and beams. There's some smoke trails billowing out from several of the sections there. And just beyond or just within, you can't see from this distance, is a tower of stone that rises out, completely out of contrast to the rest of the village that's surrounded. As the 5 of you are making your way there, there's a bit of dust kicked up from that village, and you can see in the distance 3 riders barreling at you. 3 orcs on dire boars racing at you with great speed. In full charge, they have axes and curved swords raised over their heads. You can't hear them from this distance, but you can see them whipping their weapons over their heads, getting themselves into a frenzy. And they are closing in. They're still quite a distance away. What would you guys like to do and or say?
Well, I don't think we're going to outrun that. Bolly digs his feet in. We stand here. We take them on.
Percy pulls out a short sword and says, "After you!"
It's all right. I got this.
Yeah.
Xander stands up, just kind of a little bit taller, a full inch, and raises his hands up and creates a wall of stone in a full. How far away?
God damn it, Zan! That's not what I thought you were gonna do.
This is what everyone wants me to do.
No, fireballs!
I'm
We could just torch that whole village. Look at it's all wood. It's all shitty
I'm
wood.
just gonna box them in, and then we can get them from there. It's easy. They're not gonna come to us through a wall with the dire boars.
They might. That wall's only a little bit thick.
It's
Like
it's
something
still
else.
Watch what I do. Just watch.
In this giant landscape, I'm picturing an Acme block falling out of the sky.
I'm like trying to lift it and talking. It goes back down. And back around, it's lifting. Hang on.
They are racing in. You can pick any distance that you want.
I'm going to do it so halfway between me and them, whatever that's going to be at.
That would be 1,250 feet.
Oh yeah, so it will 50 feet. I'll create a wall that goes up and goes 20 feet, 20 feet, 20 feet, 20 feet, and just puts them in a box that they walk into.
And how far out is that?
So I can throw it out 120 feet out. in
Okay,
front of me.
so that's how far you want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they come racing in. They're getting closer and closer. You can hear them hooting and hollering. They're coming in racing faster. The boars are just going full bore and closing in fast. Tusks huffing. The orcs yelling and screaming. They're going to run down you outsiders as they come racing in. You let him get close and close. Everyone's waiting on Xander. Xander, you're waiting. And they get closer and closer. Everyone looks at Xander again. They get within 120 feet and describe one more time what you do.
Xander lifts his hands up and just starts raising a wall that comes out in between the two of us. And as they approach the wall, it then closes out around the two sides and then around the back. And just boxes them into one large box of a wall that's 20 feet high.
20 feet high. All right. This wall of stone rises up, matching the color of the environment, which is this pale, dry orange, almost like a sandstone wall, rises up, kicking dust and dirt and little shrubs out of the way. As it rises up, you hear terrible crunching, pig squealing noises, and see more dust vibrating off of the near wall around you. The wall then surrounds them, and you hear one in particular horrific, just squealing over and over and over, nasty sound.
That's not good.
And now what, Xander?
Well, I mean, we've got him there, so we could go up the side and talk with him, or we could.
Can you
acknowledge
talk
why we're
with
here.
them? Assuming they can't speak common?
Well, I just thought everyone speak common. It's common.
No, but what if they don't speak common?
Well, we'll figure it out, right? We can be diplomatic about this. We can have gestures.
Bleak draws her sword and climbs up the wall.
All right, Palik, you climb up the sword. You see there are 3 orcs, one with a mangled up knee, 2 that have their weapons and are trying to find a way up, one that's almost halfway scaling it, 2 boars that are agitated and one limping, and then there's a 3rd boar that has some sort of broken spinal injury that's squealing.
Hey, dum-dums! Can you understand me?
They howl and snarl something at you in Orcish language you do not know.
Piercy parkours up the wall.
Can anybody speak Orcish?
Xander does not currently speak Orcish.
Nope.
Okay. Palik will jump down and start creating chaos.
All right, you jump down. You will automatically win initiative. You've got 2 orc warriors that are right there next to you.
Yeah.
You're attacking?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
32.
That's a critical hit.
Seems dumb.
Wally's just seen chunks
yeah.
flying out of the
102
Holy
damage.
shit.
Some screaming stops.
Holy, did you say 102?
Yeah.
Okay. He's dead.
Critical.
He's dead. All right. Making yet another attack for the second one.
Incinerated him somehow with your dagger.
38.
His critical hit.
By the way, his first roll was a 3. It's been
104.
104. Describe how these 2 orcs that have armor class 18 and 23 hit points are
So
decimated.
I just jump down and I just cut the throat out of one and then cut the throat out of the second one.
And it does some like cinematic slow motion critical hit stuff.
Something.
It's pretty just bloody gore. Yeah.
Or
It's
some
just
MacGruber neck
aerial
grabbing or
spray
something.
everywhere. Yeah.
Brutal. All right. You've blood's all over the place. They're gurgling, dropping to the ground. There's a 3rd orc who was climbing up who's dropped off, and he slowly starts approaching, looking a little concerned.
I will put my sword right at his throat and back him up against the wall. And wait for the others to come down.
He will
Unless he struggles. and then-
make a intimidation roll. He's very determined to slay you.
33.
He bats your weapon away and strikes.
Bad decision.
No, he gets a +7 to attack.
Ooh.
He has rolled a total of 20. Total of 20.
No.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
All right, for
Critical miss?
for a second attack. No, he just misses and misses. All right, so he's missing a whole bunch of times, swinging. You're batting his weapon aside over and over again.
I'm gonna cut him across the belly and sit him down against the wall.
Okay.
You want this to go quick, or you want to sit here and bleed?
He continues to fight back, snarling, determined to kill you.
I'm gonna give him a wallop with the butt of my sword to just shut him.
Knock him out. Okay, boom, you take him out. There are two dire boar that are staying at the far side of this pen, if you will, this stone pen from you, and there's still a badly squealing one not far from you. Piercy, you had also jumped up to the top.
Percy's just watching.
All right, Piercy's enjoying.
Sildren, there's some piggies over here to take care of. Like, not take care of, but like, you know, you need to take care of them. Like, do something with them. And then there's one that we do need to take care of.
This wall is not going anywhere, unfortunately.
We can get him up and over.
Okay.
Or you just want to leave him here? I thought you were like the animal guy. You're gonna just let these pigs starve? I mean, at least put them out of their misery. You want me to do that?
Do what you need to.
I don't need to do anything.
Well, I mean, if they're tamed, maybe we could ride them back.
How do we get them over the wall?
Well, I can figure that out. That's fine. I can just build another wall and get them on a little ramp.
Okay. Well, the orcs are dealt with. Since we came all the way out here and nobody can talk with them.
I didn't think that they would not speak common. It's common.
Not for this lot.
So now do we fireball the town? It's all that wood.
Do we need to?
Come on, Xander.
I mean, yes, I could totally fireball the town. That would be fine. But, like, does that not make us the bad guys? Just showing up, walking into someone's house, destroying and toasting everything, killing all of their animals, their pets, and maybe kids?
So we just walk up there and see if they attack, and then we do it?
Well, sure, then we're defending ourselves, but I don't think we need to do that either. If there's some way that we could communicate with them, I think that would be a lot better for us to try to get information. They're here to protect the tower, right?
I have.
That's what the Feathered Sage said.
I have an idea.
Okay?
Okay, so I think I can use my cantrip
What's that?
as a message. I can maybe a message, the magic of the cantrip. Maybe it's translate the. Maybe
What?
maybe
What?
What are you talking about?
my message cantrip.
You can speak orc?
I don't know. No, I
Your
cannot.
cantrip
But maybe my
thing?
cantrip. Maybe.
What do you keep talking? What's that thing you talk about?
Maybe.
I don't understand what's happening.
So I can talk.
Go up to him and talk.
And so
How come you let me kill them all?
And so Piercy backs away from Palik and then uses message, and Palik starts to hear Piercy. Like this, and it's in your head, and so maybe
You're
it can
still
work on the
speaking
orc.
common. That's not orc.
But you don't see Piercy's mouth move, and so you're like, right?
No.
No.
Right? It's got the eyebrows.
All right, Piercy
I'm
tries it on
talking
the
with
orc.
my mouth closed.
Percy tries it on the orc.
All three
orcs
orcs
are
are
dead.
dead.
Would you like to try it on a boar?
I thought
Well, the one is knocked out, but his guts are like
Oh, okay.
spilling
Well,
out.
never mind. He's
so-
gonna wait until we get to the village then. Maybe.
Okay. Have some fireballs ready.
What's the plan?
Head to the village.
Like they know we're here, right? Like these guys came from somewhere, so like
And
they're
you built
aware
a
of
big
us.
fucking wall.
Yeah, so they
They see
definitely know we're
that.
here now. So I think we can just kind of walk in.
Okay. Just fireballs at the ready.
We just go to the tower straight away, right?
Yes! I don't think we need to hang out here. There's not a real reason we're here other than the tower itself, so...
Is that the one that's almost dying?
It's the one with the snap neck.
I
Yes.
will Polico do it a favor. We'll cut its throat.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I mean, what are we,
I'll
what
call
kind
your
of favor
mom.
are we talking about?
Boar jerky.
Wow.
Called milking the boar.
No.
No happy ending for that poor.
And this little piggy.
So Xander will go ahead and do
Should
what
let the piggies out.
he said. Yeah, he'll build up ramps along the two sides.
So you're casting another
Casting
level
another-
20 spell.
It's a level 5. I've got plenty. That's fine. I'm casting a level
It's
5
sickening
spell
when you say
to,
something like that.
To raise a wall of stone to get the.
All right, so you're making
ramp.
your stone pen ADA accessible.
Yes.
All right.
Correct. I appreciate you understanding the reference.
So you're making sure they can get all the way up to the top.
Correct.
And,
And
down.
down the other side. 20-foot drop. No, it's gonna go out. It's gonna ramp and go down. I can do it in 5-foot segments, and I can build this however I want, and that's how I'm gonna do it. So
All
it's
right.
gonna be a L ramp and then a flat.
A Lego spell, if you will.
Yeah.
Basically a Lego.
With
spell.
only
Yeah.
the flat green boards as pieces. Chris, you look like you have something to say?
Nah.
All right.
It's
I'm
difficult
just gonna
to
let
read.
this mayhem roll.
Sildren doesn't like any of this. They're just Chris.
All right. Xander, you've built a series of segmented ramps that allow the boars to go up and get down on the other side. They are currently not taking advantage of that.
Cool. Should we try to scare them out?
No.
Children,
And leave them be. The beasts will find their way.
can children communicate with them in any rudimentary way? He has speak with animals, like
That would be a non-rudimentary
yeah,
way.
that's fair.
Do you speak orc?
They only speak German.
Yeah, I have to find it. But
They're well trained.
It's fine.
let's see.
Attack what? Attack.
Level
orders.
2 spell lasts 10 minutes. You can ask questions of, receive answers from, use diplomacy skill with animals.
No, it's a druid ability.
What?
Yeah,
Durability?
yeah. I have to find it.
Like you've always had this?
Yes.
It's called Snow White.
Like level 16.
Yeah, I was
This is
gonna
the
say,
first time.
Wild
16
empathy.
was
I've used this several times. Wild empathy. You have connection with creatures of the natural world that allows you to communicate with them on a rudimentary level. You can use diplomacy, my strength, to make an impression on animals and to make very simple requests of them. In most cases, wild animals will give you time to make your case.
All right, you get low on your knees next to these massive beasts and say what kind of words to them in soothing Sildren voice.
We have created this lovely. Yeah.
That's all we hear.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, go ahead and make a diplomacy roll.
All right.
I don't know what the DC of a level 4 boar is, but let's roll with it and find out.
32
It's a
total.
critical success.
So they will imploring them to use the ramp and to go out in the wilds and be free.
All right, great. And then any of you listening, yes, I will go through all the motions with these low-level enemies at all times to draw it out. I enjoy it in some sick and twisted way. They are able to understand what you say and start getting out clumsily, and they are out on the other side and go running off. One goes running off to the south, another goes running off back to the west by northwest toward the town whence it came from.
Might be its mistake. All right.
I suppose we're going to follow that one?
That's the way to the tower.
So is the tower in the middle of this little village, or is it like kind of beyond it?
As you approach the town and get closer and closer to this village, you see that the tower is in the middle of it.
Okay.
It's 30, 40 huts and yurts and lean-tos and that kind of stuff. Again, this partial palisade, a couple campfires.
What's that spell? Horrid wilting? Is that what it is?
There's a couple wooden pens with some other boars, some young, some large. As you guys are getting closer, you see there's a lot of commotion and stirring, and there are dozens and dozens of other orcs within this town that are well aware of your arrival and are preparing. Probably not a party.
So we're heading that direction. And once we're within 120 feet of the closest, Piercy wants to attempt to make contact.
So you guys are getting close, and somehow I'm hearing like spurs as you guys approach in a line.
Ding, ding, ding. The weird little whistle in the background.
Yeah.
The hawk overhead.
Except these would be the good guys of the town. You guys would be like the bad one, like the cattle rancher has hired you to get him out of town.
They killed my boar.
All right, you are within 120 feet of the place. You see easily 40 orcs with weapons, crouched low, hiding in huts, hiding behind sacks and crates, all just hiding just within the town, the farthest tents of the town, waiting to strike.
This is going to be a massacre.
Well, try not to make it one, I guess.
Piercy eyeballs one of them. One of the orcs makes eye contact and says, what is your name? But he uses the messenger, so the orc hears that as if Piercy is gently whispering directly into his ear.
All right, that orc whips around and smacks with a wooden club the orc right next to him, and then smacks him again. Smash! Smash!
Maybe you don't understand.
Spins around and attacks an elderly orc. And the elderly orc's trying to defend and gets smashed twice with a wooden club. And he's
you're onto
looking
something,
around
Piercy.
frantically.
Keep talking.
If you understand me, I smash it twice.
The orc looks around and grabs a female orc by her harness and starts glaring at her and holding his
By
club
her
over her.
harness?
Her harness.
Okay.
They have harnai.
You and I are thinking something
do the
different.
Men have harnesses too, yeah.
How are you talking with your ball gag?
We were thinking if we didn't have to say it. Now
Oh,
it's real
that's how
solid.
it works.
Christopher on the nose.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Damn it. I did it again.
Or leather on your face.
Xander's gonna kind of approach and do the very universal hands up. Kind of
And-
just, we're not here to
In
harm
Orcish,
Then Orcish, that is a sign of submissiveness. And you are immediately charged. Xander, go ahead and roll 4d20.
Okay.
You're immediately charged by
11, 1, 9, and 13. You want to add that? You want to
Yes.
add all those?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's 24. That's 33. 34.
You're immediately charged by 34 orcs that come racing out, knocking tents over, come jumping over the wooden piles and crates, come racing at you all in a big roar. And there's, what did we say, 34?
34.
34 racing with quite a few more still waiting behind them.
Slytherin comes up beside Xander.
They're racing at a huge howl of orcs.
Xander will.
Want me to take care of these ones too?
I think we got this.
You hear, after you, after you, after you, after you, after you, after you.
And
You do.
they're pretty close, huh?
Even at my best, I do not think I can handle it.
So, unfortunately, they're going to be facing a cone of.
Jesus, I don't even get to play. You guys are just going to decimate them.
Yeah,
All right, while you're putting that down, there was a
it's going to be ugly.
there was a comment here on our live feed. Who Planner Knight says maybe next year there will be another small orc village around Xander's walls.
I like that.
Keeps happening year after year.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Okay, so cone of cold. I just need to find the size of it.
Like the size of spell?
Yeah.
It's a level 5.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Because Xander can cast the same thing right next to you.
Okay, beautiful.
Cones of
Twin Peaks
cold.
of
Cones
cold.
of cold.
Yep.
Witch's tits of gold.
Actually, I'm sorry, crashing wave.
But I had the cone of cold ready to. This is rude.
It's going to be both. Which I think is a 3rd level spell that I'm casting at 5th level.
Crashing wave at
Yes.
5th level is 8d6 points of damage of water washing
I have it at
over.
10d6.
At level 5?
Yep.
No, it's 60. Correct. I am absolutely wrong. 10d6. It's a 30-foot cone. You will be
Yeah.
able to get 1/4 of these. So
What's Cone of Cold? Is it bigger?
Cone of Cold is pretty large. It's a 60-foot cone.
Okay.
Cone of Cold? You can get half of those.
All right, then I think Jeremy and I are gonna split them.
Okay.
You got those
Reflex
18
saving
there.
throws.
Reflex saving throws.
Yeah.
All right, hold on while I roll 34 reflex saving
Let's
throws.
just. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out damage in the meantime.
So what's it like to kill?
You want to borrow my sword and find out?
Let me round it into them. See how that goes.
What'd you get?
43.
49.
What?
For your damage.
I'm more of a fire guy.
Yeah.
All right, I am doing Orc Warriors, and they rolled a 19 on the die for their reflex saving throws. They got a total of 26.
That is a critical
Yeah,
failure.
fail.
That's a
yeah.
19 rolled, though.
Yeah, no,
critical
Good
failures.
on you. It would need to be 37.
Okay.
So, what'd you get?
Well, critical. It's gonna be 96.
96 points of
98.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, 92.
Okay.
For me.
So I will need you guys to describe something like an X-Men 2 final scene as these massive warband of orcs are racing at you. Some of them super strong, angry. Some of them old and haven't been war parties in a while. Some of them young orcs that have not quite cut their teeth yet, all charging.
So Xander and I are standing there and we're just sort of like chatting amongst each other. We just keep kind of like pointing and then sort of, gesturing as they keep getting closer and closer and closer. We're just
Slow
like,
motion, right?
yeah,
Kind of weaving
and
over
they're
each
just
other
running.
as-
And Xander's like, and I'm like, yeah, look at there. And then we're both like, just nod and go, and just devastation straight across the board. They're all basically frozen solid, like where they are, and kind of all tumble into each other, falling over, and just
and
basically a
literally
big,
crumble into
frozen-
ice and
yeah,
broken.
icy
That only
heap
counts
of
as
death.
one.
So this warm plateau, pseudo-arid desert type environment is now just covered in frost in one section of it. Tons of these orcs are decimated, and it all is quiet in this town, except for a couple squealings of some small little boar
Wow.
piglets.
We just erased probably 1,000 years of history.
Should we see if one of these can talk? Probably scared them pretty good.
Yeah, Soldern will start walking into the village.
Okay, you stride into the village.
You walk in with a cup full of like snow cone orc, and you're just eating from it.
Yeah, just chewing on a snow cone. It's red.
Little green.
As you walk in, crunching over the snow. La, 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 la. You walk into the village. Orcs are hiding. Some go scurrying out from these tents into other tents. Half a dozen of them go running out of the village altogether in the opposite direction. Everyone's completely hiding from the carnage as the 5 brave defenders of Varen stride in.
Hey,
A frozen skull accidentally crumpling under your boot.
This is not my proudest moment.
I'm not with them. I'm here for the tower.
if we'd had a plan, we might have been able to avoid this, but
What?
This was the plan.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does anybody understand us?
Oh, they understand you.
Yeah,
quite well.
I think we've made our intention quite clear.
Baldy and Xander, you two, as you're walking up towards this tower, can see the tower is a maybe 40-foot tower. Definitely a tower of Skordanar, as it has the star with the sword piercing down it from the top emblem cut into it. There is a door on the bottom, an iron door. But in particular, Xander and Baldy, you two see a small hut that is being used as a kitchen. There's a spitfire with some pig on it and a fire going. No one there. And you also see two things of note. You see a pile of stuff there that Xander, you identify as some minor magical items, amidst some a standard sword and standard armor. that bear an emblem that you recognize, Bali, of Ember Hall, one of the 3 dwarven halls.
Oh.
And then the second major thing you see, and there's 4 items in there, those are just 2. And the second major thing you see not far from this particular tent is a new dwarf hanging dead from a line with a wooden table not far from him and a bunch of knives.
I feel less bad now.
Make my way to the dwarf. Bolly will make his way to the dwarf.
All right.
And check out and see if this poor sod is alive or not.
You check him out. He is dead. By your best guess, with his shape, he is a scout, mostly used probably outside here in the hills or in the mountains in this region. And he has been pierced by a couple of arrows and stabbed several times.
Need to cut him down, pull him away from this scene, pull him off to the side and set his body into the ground. No time to bury him, but at least can put him in a better pose than he's in now.
You gently cut him down.
And then from there, try to receive any of his effects.
There are the where are they? There are the 4 things I mentioned. 2 of the things that I mentioned. So he's got his Ember Hall armor with insignia and a short sword, and he also has 2 additional items on him as well, or not on him, but in that pile. He has boots that Xander are giving off a magical aura, as are some sort of what looks to be wrist jewelry, a bracer type things.
Xander will identify those items.
All right.
Now, Bolly will take the
39 assurance.
Dang it. That's right.
Bolly will take the armor and cover the dwarf.
With the armor? Done. Xander, you have easily passed both and identified these within, 3 actions?
1 action.
1 action, instantly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers. There's no way for you not to identify anything successfully. That's pretty cool. You have identified 2 items he has on him. 1 are daredevil boots. And I'll give you some information on that here. Loot.
And Bolly begins some rites over the dwarf.
Okay. Daredevil boots greater. They give you a +3 bonus to acrobatics checks and a +2 additional bonus to tumble through an enemy's space. And you get a bonus to falling to help reduce falls, including if you have the catfall feat. Every single level of catfall, you get an additional bonus. And once per day, you can cast freedom of movement to not be restricted by difficult terrain and such.
Nice.
Wow. It's a minor magical item?
No, it's a greater.
That is a good one.
I think that's the boots Piercy has, basically.
Claim.
I think that is the boots that Piercy has. I don't know if you've got the greater ones, but I know you've got daredevil boots.
I don't have greater. What's the difference?
These have a shiny heels. Little
Taps on them.
little snow caps.
Spurs?
I don't know. What do yours read? Do they have any number on them? A price?
Gear, no.
Yeah,
Plus
plus
two,
2
plus
instead
2
of
to
plus 3.
acrobatics.
These are +3.
Oh, plus
And
1
plus
to-
2 to tumble through.
Oh, I only get +1 to tumble through right now.
Yeah, these are. So you've got daredevil boots. These are.
Oh
greater
yeah, I'm
daredevil
seeing it on your old online character sheet. Yeah, these are better.
Piercy's eyeballing those.
These are worth. Yours are worth 900. The greater ones are worth 14,000.
Piercy walks up to Bolly. Those are boots. They're nice.
You don't even say I'm sorry for your loss.
They're
That's rude. Way to get to the point. Not wasting time with Piercy here. What else can I identify?
I'm glad you're here with me, Piercy. Oh, I couldn't stand the Komodo longer. I knew him. What are you doing?
Put his boots back on.
Why do you take his boots?
The second item, the bracers, you identify Xander as actually anklets of alacrity, which we have heard of before.
Wow.
These are also incredibly powerful.
Are they just normal? Were they greater?
There's only one type.
Oh, okay.
They're +3 bonus to acrobatics checks, and it increases your dexterity score by 2 or up to 18, whichever is greater. And once per day, you can spend one action to get a +20 to all of your speeds and water walk for 10 minutes.
Wow.
That's super huge.
Those are really fancy.
I mean, we all want them, but Bali can make a good case
Oh no, I couldn't. Not with
to
him.
move faster.
To move
Yep.
fast,
Yeah.
you are easily our slowest party member, and that has been a detriment for a long time.
No, are you saying that in character, or are you just?
You are easily
being
the
a dick in
slowest
real
person
life.
here with the shortest legs, and you could probably use this so you could at least get to us faster when we're dying.
This is a bracelet. No, anklet.
Anklets.
Anklets of alacrity. You were raising your eyebrow too. I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. You,
Hell yeah.
totally.
Sildren, I think would
That
want
plus the dexterity for sure.
Dexterity.
Yeah, I think it would be. Sildren would like that, but I think it would be better suited for a Piercy or a Bali even.
Piercy has them on already. He
He's got
has.
some.
He bought a pair.
I'm
back
sorry.
At,
Palik.
okay.
Yeah.
I will take them as long as that's all right.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
And then as long as we're pilfering
I
boots,
was, well, with Christopher, but also with Bali.
No.
Sildren would definitely take the regular boots if the greater boots would be good for Piercy.
I could use them. You want mine?
See if
See if you can fit into the Yosoki feet.
maybe ask Bali first about that. You were
Bali is
you were-
taken to focusing on the rights for the dead, and he hasn't claimed any of the other items. He's claimed what's
Okay.
for the
We're
dead,
over here
so-
bartering
Yeah.
for his items, rolling
Oh,
bones. Yeah.
How about this? I found some.
Yeah. I mean,
All right. Piercy kicks off his daredevil boots.
these are a little small and they smell funny.
It's the Luxembourg cheese. And puts on the greater daredevil boots.
Okay. You put them on. Sildren, you're putting on the regular.
Do I have some herbs or spices or something to deodorize these boots? There's definitely has to be a natural remedy to sort of take care of what's going on with whatever Piercy's been doing to these poor
They
things.
smell a little mousy.
Uh-huh.
Smell of Bon Mo.
But yes, I would be taking the other boots because I don't have any boots.
They smell of myrrh.
Sildren, you are slashed brutally for 48 points of damage as a great axe comes slicing into you as a orc commander has struck you from this tent nearby you are walking past. Smashes you, then pulls the axe out of you, throws it at Piercy, this great axe, and hits you with a natural 20, Piercy.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
How
How much was the damage for Sildren in the first go around?
48.
Let me double check. Yeah, 48. And Piercy, it is just 35 points of damage to you. And inexplicably, just like Captain America, that axe bounces back whoosh, and goes back into his hand.
Shoot!
Palik,
Wally is still praying over.
Palik, and you may go first.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my sword and run up to this son of a bitch.
All right.
Hey, ugly! And cut him.
You come racing up. He gets his axe ready. You have one action to strike.
48.
48 is a hit.
Just a hit.
Just a hit.
49. and it will take some persistent bleeding damage.
Okay. Sildren and Piercy can go.
Shunka will charge in,
Snarling.
snarling, and attack from the other side, flanking from Palik. That's a natural 1 for you, Shunka.
You want a hero point?
No, Shunka, we'll just
Leave
take it.
it?
Yeah, we're gonna leave it.
All right.
I don't think it's quite high enough stakes to do that. And Sildren will raise his shield.
Okay. Piercy.
Piercy. Does he already have panache? He said after you a few times.
No, it's a different fight.
Okay. After you, Orc Man. Since we didn't.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. No, it's too late for that.
All right, then.
Too late for that.
All right, he tumbles through.
All right, you got to move, which can include the tumble, and you're making a roll versus a reflex.
$52.
What?
Wow.
Is that the highest roll ever?
I rolled an 18.
Jeez, that is a critical success.
So he tumbles through, gets panache, and he's gonna
It's a huge roll.
go for a hit.
You get a +2 for this strike. He's totally oblivious to you being there.
All right. 35.
35 is a miss.
Oh!
You have one action left.
But he didn't see it coming.
He's just scratching his butt and elbows Piercy by accident.
All right, he'll do a confident finisher.
Okay. Consuming the panache.
Oh my god. 37.
37 is a miss.
Are you adding the +2 both times for the?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Swing, miss. He's fends it off with his axe.
There were two really low rolls.
He goes ahead and attacks not Sildren, because Sildren, no, he's right next to you as well. He's going to do a swing at each of you. He's going to attack at Sildren first with the full big strike.
He's flat-footed too.
Okay. Where is my roll? There's my roll. 38 to hit Sildren.
That will hit.
Then swings at Piercy with a 45.
Flat-footed?
Flat-footed affects his AC, not as a chance to hit.
Yeah, it's
That hits, and then takes a swing at Palik with a 37.
No.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 37. will hit.
Wow. All right. Each of you will make it simple are hit for 48 points of damage. It's the same as before.
He does going to take 4 points of persistent bleeding damage.
Ooh, okay. Jeremy, can you roll a 15 or higher for him to get rid of that? How much damage one more time?
4.
Four.
That was a
giant
3.
points.
All right. He
Still got it.
continues to bleed. Any of the three of you can go in any action that you want, and then we'll see about the others.
now Piercy wants to bond Mo.
Do it.
Hey, big stinky orca man. Where's your mom? Is she behind you wiping your bottom?
Okay. Versus his will?
Does he need to speak common for that to work?
I think so.
What do I roll? I can't
Blah
remember.
blah 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 blah.
What?
I am angry.
Is it performance? No. Intimidation? Bond Mo.
What level are you?
Doesn't matter.
I think it's performance.
Well,
Make a diplomacy check against the target's will DC.
diplomacy. There we go. Natural 20.
What?
Right there.
Right there. Right there, Orca man.
So that'd be 48.
Take
a
my
48.
manscaped balls and put
With
them
the
in your
natural
face.
20.
It has the linguistic trait, you must speak his language. I'll let that critical success overrule that. So what's the added emphasis? It has to be
He
some
knows
sort of
just enough common insult.
what's the orcish term or the visual hand gesture? How do you
And he
make
goes,
it universal? All right. You have successfully bond mode him we'll do a critical success. So he's -3 to will saves for a minute. And you still have 2 more actions left.
I do. So now I'm
And
going
that recharge your panache.
Yep, now I have panache. I'm going to take a swing. That's better. That's a critical again, a 19 because I have keen. So that's a critical hit. And 10, 22, 32, 43, 46,
Jeez.
46.
46 points of damage.
And some of that's fire.
Okay.
16 of it.
Big cut. Yeah, one last action. One last action.
I do. I'm gonna go one more time with confident finisher.
Oh, I get nervous every time you do it as your last action because of the negatives.
Natural 20.
Oh, my nervousness is unfounded.
So I'll roll this. And I'll roll this. So let me add some dice here. 11, 20,
Could've just
30.
rolled the first roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
39, 40. I like counting.
Yeah.
41,
So do the listeners.
50.
50 points of damage.
And he has some flame damage happening 2 times.
No,
now.
it doesn't stack. But he has flame and bleeding at the end of each of his turns.
Yep.
Okay, keep track of that when his turn happens. Sildren or Palik?
After you!
So Sildren is gonna cast Ray of Frost, a cantrip at this guy. Make a spell attack roll. All right. 18 plus 27, 30, 45.
Is a hit. Blast him with this ray of cold.
2, 4, 8, 12, 12 plus 6, 17. 22 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is what?
4 or 5?
5, yeah.
5. So 27.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Shunka attacks.
All right. Small beam hits him.
And then to hit for Shunka is going to be a 40.
And then you have flanking with Palik.
42.
Is a hit.
Okay.
Get him, little puppy!
Yeah.
Go Shunka.
So 3d8 plus 8. That's going to be 7, 14, 16 plus 8, 24 points of damage, and he is now prone.
And drops, just yanks on his ankle and drags this big orc down to the ground prone.
And that is Sildren's turn.
Okay.
Palik will get in and do some cutting, some stabbing. Oops.
Is he still flat-footed for some reason?
That ends at the end of my
If he's on his ass, he is, right?
Oh, now he is, yeah.
And he was flanked by...
Anyways, yeah. Those
40,
two.
45 to hit.
That's a hit. Palik stabs.
51 points of damage.
Okay.
And, yeah, it'll still take bleeding damage on its turn.
All right. You have 2 more actions.
Yeah, on an attack again. 41.
Is a hit.
$46 points of damage.
Jeez. Cutting.
It'll be
cutting,
stupefied
cutting.
1. Now
Stupefied
2.
1, okay.
And then I'll try.
I think he's
last
permanently stupefied 1 as
See.
it is.
Yes, 35 to hit.
Is a miss.
Okay.
Couple big hits. Bali, you can do nothing but wonder and grieve. Xander, you're 50 feet away. You can now be aware that there's a fight going on. What would you like to do?
I have you listed as stupefied 1 presently too.
Am I? Okay. I have stunned and frightened. I did not have stupefied.
I got you.
But I got a card here. I do have a stupefied card.
Yeah, stupefied would forget the card.
Did it... Would it have faded away by now?
What was it from?
Yeah, what was it?
That
from?
I didn't keep track of.
I think it was from something that was...
I
I
did
think
get
it was from
completely
his
knocked out by the
concussion.
orcs, right?
Oh,
I had
yeah.
like a concussion from that.
He got bonked.
That's
must be
probably it.
Yep.
Xander will go ahead and he's 50 feet out. I'll toss a fireball into the mix.
Okay, so it's him, Shunka, Sildren,
he's really
Palik,
flanked, isn't he?
and almost like quad flanked, if you will.
Can't help very much when everyone's always surrounding all the time.
You have no single target things you can
very
do?
few. I would say none, but very few. So I
Something-
will throw a lightning bolt
Thank you.
at Sildren for complaining. No. Yeah, I'll
target this.
I will throw a lightning bolt and I'll charge it up to a level 5. Ooh, level 6.
Okay. And what's the range on lightning bolt?
120.
All right, you must hit 2 people if you're going to do that,
2 people.
because he's surrounded by 4 allies.
It's a reflex saving throw, so it's an arc of lightning out of the sky. So do I need to pick which one of them also?
No,
need
it's
to
a
make that?
line.
It is a line. You're right. That's true. I
Does
could
the
do
cadaver
chain
count
lightning,
as a
just get
person?
Everybody. I could also. You know what? I'm gonna do it. It'll be fine. Everyone can dodge my lightning bolts. They're good at this.
Who? What 2 allies are going to have to roll?
2. I thought it
Wally's
was
just
just
sitting there.
one.
Let's see.
I've changed the deal.
Do this right there. So that would be Piercy and Palik.
Okay, Piercy, Palik,
They're the
make
flanking.
reflex saving throws as lightning courses through you.
37.
42.
46.
46.
And it's a critical success.
Yeah, so was mine.
Success. So they both made it. 37 was the DC.
He
was
takes
his?
half damage.
He also takes half. And it's gonna be 13 per level. Why would I do it that way? That's a horrible way to write that down. God. All right, so that is 17 plus 39 plus 13 more.
What the hell?
Right.
So
52.
69.
So 39 and 17. So
NASA, check my math.
56 plus 13 more is 69. Tim is correct.
69,
Green
correct.
Man is correct.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Tim just yelled out 60.
Yeah. He wasn't
Yeah,
even
very
participating in our conversation.
He's on a website.
And Enchanted Raisin just logged in.
All right,
So
half that's
69 and a half,
34.
34.
Zap goes through. Your 2 allies are able to dodge and duck as that goes by. It is his turn. He stands up for his first action, fighting bravely for his village. He continues, even though he's bloodied as all hell, to attack. He is stupefied, which isn't going to hurt him too much, but he will strike. He's going to strike at the strongest of the lot of you. Strikes at Shunka.
Probably. That's probably accurate.
Yeah,
Some weak hits.
Strikes at Shunka with a total of 50. 5-0.
that would be a critical hit.
And then swings at the weakest of you, Piercy, with a 37.
That is my AC.
Oh, I keep getting equal to your ACs a bunch. All right, for Piercy, you take 47 points of damage. Shunka enjoys 74 points of damage.
47, you say?
Yes. Big axe blows going. He's crying out "Arrgh!" as he swings back and forward, blood splattering, woof howling, and and it is. We'll say it's Sildren's turn if he doesn't take an action against the world.
And he takes 13 points of flaming damage.
13 points of flame is burning.
Um,
Jeremy,
And
15
he's
higher.
taking some over here.
12 points of bleeding.
12 points of
That was a
bleeding.
13. Doesn't get rid of that one. And that's a 20, so he does get rid of it.
No longer bleeding, still on fire. He's badly wounded.
Okay, so Sildren will again cast Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. You're right next to him now.
Yeah.
He'll do an attack of opportunity and try and interrupt that. You should have done it last time. That's a 43 to hit.
And that'll hit.
All right. That is.
The look when Tom said that on your face just was awesome.
This- I'm just done with this game. Look, 39 points of damage. If
Okay.
the attack is a critical, it would cancel it. It was not a critical. Continue your action.
Okay. So I still get the.
Yep.
Okay. So my attack roll 27 plus 19, so
46.
46. That's a hit, I
Hit.
presume. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 11, 15, 18. And so it's heightened like 1 per level, right?
It depends on the spell.
Yeah. I mean, it says
What are you casting it at?
Ray of Frost. Well, I mean, it's a cantrip, but it's cast at my level.
It's at your max spell level. So
Yeah.
It would be 8d4 plus your
Okay.
spellcasting
There you go.
modifier.
Got it. So then that's 25 points of damage.
All right, and this is I believe, a long-range 120-foot spell you're casting at 12 inches away. Just
Yeah.
kind of interesting. All right,
Mhm.
continue.
And then Shunka attacks. And Shunka just rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, there he goes.
Lots of those tonight.
Yeah.
Get him, doggy. Wolfie.
Puppy.
15, 30 plus 16, 46 points of damage.
Go ahead and finish him off, Shunka.
Oh,
Yeah, so Shunka just leaps in, knocks him prone, standing on his chest. The orc kind of like tries to raise up his axe in the way, and Shunka just bats that aside and then just digs in and comes up with a throat.
And done. The orc commander is gone.
Okay,
Bali then arrives on the fight.
that was unexpected.
Y'all are bloodier than I expected when I turned my back over
That's
here.
a big friggin' orc.
Yeah, let's hope that's only one of them in this village.
Palik will do a quick pat down and see what's on the body.
All right, you do a quick ocular pat down on him. And nope. Yup. There is.
Sildren has 80 hit points left after all that.
You got-
Yeah, I got rocked. Yeah.
There is a magical little drink upon him.
Oh. Xanarpoo!
Yes, Bleaky Weeky.
What is this?
God.
Follow
No.
stab Sildren for
Please
7
no.
points of damage.
You say that every time. You're just gonna have to get used to it. This is how life is.
Yep.
Xander identifies.
You successfully identify we'll call it an Orc's Brew, but it is officially called a Bravo's Brew. We saw one of these long ago with Jix having an
Yeah.
opportunity. This is now the greater level 16 version of this. It's a foaming beer that grants courage. For the next
As it does.
As for the next hour after drinking it, you gain +3 bonus to will saves and +4 versus saves against fear. And if you get a success, you get a critical instead.
Nice.
but
No, that's it. There's no negative on that.
what?
It's not a
Really?
mutagen.
Oh,
Should we give it to Bali? He likes beer.
He does.
I'm more of a Zima.
This could be something that might be great for Master Yaru too.
Come from the
Oh,
clan of the
yeah.
White Claws.
Where is
That's awesome. That's what it should have been called. The White Claw Clan beer.
Okay, well, you save it for him.
Okay.
Where is he anyways? Why is he missing all this?
He said he needed to stay put in the Nexus. He wasn't feeling well. I don't keep track of everybody. That's just
Okay.
jeez. Were there a couple little like minor magic items of the 4 things that we hadn't looked at yet?
No.
Okay, great. So it was the Daredevil boots and the
Yes.
anklets. Great. Well, that was horrible.
so what?
Could have been worse.
It's true.
But I think hopefully they'll leave us alone now. I can't imagine they have more than one of those big bastards around.
Does anyone need to look at that axe? That was really, really big.
I'm assuming Talik found nothing. Like his axe was just a big.
His axe looks oversized. Doesn't seem particularly interesting.
But it kind of boomerangs.
That's probably him, not the axe.
Oh, that would make sense.
It's just a big hunk of metal. Stupid orcs.
Oh, okay. Put it in your bag.
Okay. And Philippe walks away.
Here, I got it. And then Sildren walks away.
Okay.
Bali's tending to the wound, stabbing various individuals, and ultimately, Palik is fully healed. Shunga is fully healed. Piercy, you're only down 49 hit points, and Sildren, you're only down 55 at this point.
This is your once per day risky surgery.
I love that we can say only down 55 hit points.
Right?
I'll make it up to you another day. But
What were hit points starting out? Like 15s? 12?
Yeah,
something like that?
max hit
Whoa.
points.
Jeez.
That just means I have 160 left, which means I'm still down quite a bit.
160 is pretty good. Still.
You do not see many orcs remaining in the village.
So let's go to the tower.
Work our way to the tower. Yeah.
You approach the tower, the Tower of Skordrenar, the 6th such tower you have come across. They have not built any tents or yurts near this at all. There's easily 100-foot clearing around it. They have kept it clear of any shrubs, so it's just raw, pale dirt and earth. There is a big door of iron and a slightly curved doorway entrance that is there. There are no windows and rises about 30-40 feet into the air. Made of stone, has the symbol carved into it, and has an imposing aura about it.
Like separate from the other times we've seen the other ones, or that same type of feeling of the "don't mess with me"?
The same.
Okay. Yeah. Xander will detect magic on the door.
You detect magic on the door, and you detect magic on the door. There's some sort of enhancement upon the door.
There is a thing here. Can you tell me what level it is?
It is level 6. Correction, level 5.
And what type of magic?
Enhancement.
You said that. Enhancement magic. Sorry.
Or enchantment. One of those two.
How are you feeling about dispelling this, children?
I could do so.
Why can't you do it?
You know, I don't like to brag about doing a lot of things, and I didn't necessarily level up or think about dispel magic.
Oh shit.
And Sildren will step up, do some hand gesturing unnecessarily, and cast a 6th level Dispel Magic.
All right. You just need to not critically fail the roll.
Definitely did not critically fail. It's an 18 on the die.
Okay.
So I don't know what my modifier is, but
It's your spell attack modifier.
oh yeah, so that's plus 27.
Well, that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
You easily counter it, and you see the door
so 45.
wobble for a second visually, and then little weird magical little sparkle things just quickly fade away, and it looks just like it did before, but you no longer detect that magic on it, Xander.
Okay.
Is it gone?
The magic's
Did I
gone.
do it?
I don't know if there's any other traps, but we could take a look.
Yeah, Palik will look for non-magical traps.
What is your... Is it perception? I think it's perception.
Thievery?
No, thievery I think
Perception's
is to...
26.
I think perception... Yeah, it's perception. Thievery is to undo it. What is your 26, you say?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to make a roll for you real fast with plus 26. You are confident there are no traps on this door.
We'll open the door.
Okay. It opens.
And I'll draw my sword and walk through.
You draw your sword. Inside, it is dark. Your dark vision or low light eyes,
Low
based
light.
on each of you, take a bit of adjustment from the bright deserty air outside. And inside, you are immediately greeted by a top landing of a staircase that spirals down. There's an open, empty tower above you with nothing above. And then it drops down about 30 feet. So it's essentially a 70-foot vertical shaft, if you
With
will.
40 feet above ground and
30 feet down. And there's stone stairs that are now spiraling down with no railing whatsoever. And that's what you see currently.
Oh, no. And there's nothing above.
Nothing above.
Palik will cautiously make her way down.
All right. Carefully walking down the stairs, bit by bit, the group heads down with...
Piercy kind of looks over the edge, down into the center of the stairs, and just kind of steps out into the space.
Oh my god.
Okay. You step out into the space and silently fall And with your catfall, land with no issue whatsoever on next to a small construction piece on the ground. You are in a, it goes from it's a square room that opens up that you've landed in with your group coming down the stairs now. It's a square room that has some unusual stuff on the floor. There are two doors, a door to the north and a door to the south. In the middle of the room is, let me find my note here. There's a circular panel on the floor, like a ring that has some symbols on there, some interesting symbols. And in the middle of this panel is a small crystal box, like a bread box size.
Sounds familiar.
And in addition, radiating out from the box and the circular panel that it's in are 4 narrow tiled insets. So the stone floor has special tiles that go north, south, east, and west. And each of those end in a small little construction on the floor as well. The rest of the group is coming in, leaving the door wide open behind you. Yes? No? Maybe? Probably?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
The rest of the group comes down the stairs.
Xander.
Sildren will be in the back and playing, Tail End Charlie. Basically, is going to be, listening, hearing, and paying attention to.
I thought you were going to try your new boots and just follow Piercy. Like, I can do
No.
that now.
Oh, they have to attune.
So I'm making sure that nobody's coming behind us.
Okay. Keep an eye on that. As you guys now go into this room, you see the same thing I described with Piercy. So you have a room with a door to the northwest corner, door to the southwest. In the center is a circular area with in the floor, and in that floor is a crystal box. Radiating out are north, south, east, west tile insets that go to the 4 corners of the room. And in each of those 4 corners, you see there are holes in the floor, maybe the size of a globe.
What's in the box?
And Bali and Palik can make perception rolls.
32.
My perception is, that's my perception. 34.
You guys are good.
Yeah, I bet we are.
Okay. All right. So, Xander starts doing his looking around thing and like, okay, let's look at this. And so I will go to the northeast corner following the tiles to look at the hole that's at the top there.
Okay, so there's one that goes north, there's one that goes east, there's one that goes south, one that goes west.
Sorry, so the doors
Are northwest, southwest.
northwest, southwest, and the crosshatch of tiles is straight flat. All right, so I will go straight east.
Okay. You go east. You walk beside those tiles. You see there's a concave slot in the floor, and it has a inscription at the bottom of that slot that is in Chiloran, and you happen to speak that language.
I do.
And it is a number. It is the number 6 in Chiloran.
Okay, this is the number 6 on the east side. Does anyone else know what the other numbers look like?
Yeah, we don't know Chidolorn.
Fine. Someone keep notes. Xander will then walk around to the north side to look at the area up there.
All right, Piercy, you see there are several brittle ancient human skeletons crumpled in the southeast corner. And with them are several brass spheres that it looks like they have been crushed against them long ago. These spheres are, how would you describe it? They're like hollow.
Circular.
Yeah, they're hollow with a design that's been like molded around, so you can see all the way through it. But there's like that kind of stuff.
Okay. Like a wire ball or like
Yes.
a wicker ball. Okay, cool.
With imagery on it.
So it's where those things would, the depressions on the ground would go.
Can Piercy make out like what type of skeletons, what race of skeletons
Humans.
they are? Okay.
Definitely humans.
Wants to pick up a sphere.
All right. You pick up a sphere. It has a symbol on it. You cannot quite identify.
Xander, what does this mean? And he walks over to Xander with it.
Xander, he holds a old brass sphere in his hands that has a symbol in Chaloran for kings.
Anal beads.
The symbol on that says kings.
Kings.
Where did you find this?
It's over there. It's a bunch of balls.
How many spheres are there?
4.
Do they all have the same symbol?
They do not.
Uh-huh. There's a tree more. Come look.
Xander will go over to investigate. It will abandon the spot that he was going to at the north tiles to go see the spheres real quick.
Okay. Another sphere is a symbol of the ideals of Scoriel.
Deals. Okay.
Another sphere is the symbol of towers. And another sphere is the symbol of wizards.
Okay. Okay. Kings, ideals of Scoriel, towers, and wizards. That's what each of these say. Let's check the indentations and the.
They're gonna line up with the.
Yeah.
They might if we have the correct knowledge for what we're looking for.
Okay.
So Xander will now check the north divot, the spot that looks like it might hold a sphere.
All right, the north one has a Chaloran number of 5. The east one has the Chaloran number of 6. The south one has the Chaloran number of 8. And the west one has the Chaloran number of 3.
How many kings was there back in the days?
Oh.
That's Jeremy note crunching his
Right.
brain.
The Chaloran kingdoms. Let's see. Do we have? What kind of history do I have here?
This is where on the game show we showed like the password. The secret word is 17.
7. Why does he know it's just 17?
Things that will kill us. Things that will pass.
We have a process of elimination, right? So we know that there's 8 towers. So let's put the 8 on the towers and see what happens.
Okay.
So Xander will take the towers orb
Okay.
and place it on the south divot where it says the number 8.
All right, you put it there, or maybe you can just roll it gently with boop, 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 boop. Marble Madness, anyone? Yes, and you get that brass sphere, and it rolls and slots into place.
I thought that was Star Trek combat music.
Okay, so we know the towers there. So, kings. We don't know about kings. What about the ideals? The ideals of Scoriel. I feel like that should be something I knew. Let me see. No.
If only I had a searchable wiki base.
It's these words that that's so good. That's not it.
Still have the tile floor things. You've got doors. You've got the way back out. You left open. You've got the
Leaks.
box. You've got the
You
metal
keep
circular.
saying
Malik's
that.
gonna go to the door to the southwest and investigate.
All right, so
Probably have to close this door.
you
at
go to
some
the door
point.
to the southwest, and you see there is no handle upon this door. It is metal, and you see no hinges either.
It's a metal door.
Yes.
Damn. I must. Bleak will go over to the
Pass.
other door. Yes. Bleak will go to the other door, assuming it's the same.
It is the same.
Xander wants to kind of investigate the crystal box in the middle that you mentioned.
Okay.
See if there's any information on that.
No. There's no information on it. It is a crystal. It is that faded opaque symbol. I always get that wrong. Opaque surface. White. And there's a symbol. There's a bunch of symbols that surround it, and then it has the 4 different tiled sections that go off in the different directions.
Did you say the symbols that surrounded? You're talking about the 4
There's-
that we looked at in the divots?
No, there's a circle of band
Oh,
that the box rests upon.
can I read that?
Those are in Chiloran, so you may. They are symbols that represent loyalty, duty, sacrifice, compassion, time, and secrets. Loyalty, duty, sacrifice, compassion, time, and secrets.
One, two,
Six.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna call those. I think these are ideals of some sort. They look like they would probably be the ideals of Scoriel. Anybody?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so there's 6 of those. So let's take the
Our
ideals
time
of
and
Scoriel.
secrets ideals.
Well, using it's
Use of time and
right. Well, we know that everything is done in secret here, right? The Feathered Sage talked about even the way that they wrote in the different passages were done in a secret form.
Hmm.
And their whole purpose of having these here is for us in the future of time for Scourgeonar. So,
Okay, point made.
yeah, it's working. So Xanarad grabs the ideas of Scoriel and takes them to the east divot where it was the number 6
Okay. You
and places it over.
that sphere rolls into place and is slotted in.
Okay. So now we have the wizards and the kings. Each of these towers was
3 kings, 5 wizards.
And you
Based
say
on
that.
what?
Why?
That sounds great, but where'd you get that?
We 3 kings be looting the gold.
I mean, I don't have a better answer than the song. Does anybody else?
It would seem to make sense. There would usually be less kings than wizards, but it is a guess.
What's the worst that can happen?
Well, hang on a second. There was a
Not at all.
conversation that we had about the wizards that fought Scourgeonar, right? The ones that sacrificed themselves and put it all together. And we knew a number of them. Do you guys remember?
No.
Okay, I'll remember for you. Give me a second.
Vaguely.
Oubliette, no. It was when we were talking, I think it was when we were talking to the Sentinel up in Dakareth.
Yeah.
Right? Because he told us all the great stories of what was happening. Which, let me take a look. No. This King Phaon, that was bad. That was a bad time. King Phaon telling me to kill dragons.
Would have been before level 14.
Are you sure though? Because it went so fast.
Yeah, because you went level 15 for Char Ice and then level 16.
So it would have been right
After
after
the
that, right?
bit.
So we would have been level 14. We got the Nexus Quill fully charged.
No, we saw the Sentinel before that.
Orphine, right?
Yeah. That's all. Maybe not. Maybe I got my timelines messed up.
can Piercy do a society check to try and remember?
It is not possible.
Means everyone dead. Everyone tower speaking to Lord Orphine. Told to expect us
3
by
what?
King Varro, Archsignal.
3 what?
There's
You said 3.
There's three towers that were. Like,
There were 3 sentinels, right? And they each had their own tower that they were protecting. Oh, but that would mean that it was not the 8 towers. Okay, 5 kings. Okay, here. So this is what Orphine told us. Orphine was told to expect us by Calian Varro. He's an arch sentinel, right, of the Trelorn sovereignty. He watches over these towers. There were 3 of them, and he was the last. Scourgeonar was given power in the past to defeat Charais, but once defeating her, he turned on the 5 kings. Then Orphine had to stand against him, calling them a force of the damned, and then moved it here. Scourgeonar wakes more every day, powered by the Trinal, a group of magical wizards.
So
The
it's
Trinal
3.
used the greatest power, created the Scourge, and ended the Chiloran Empire.
So you were right. It's 3. 3 wizards, 5 kings.
3 wizards, 5
That's
kings.
exactly what I said.
And six ideals. It's got to be 8 towers. So
Six
Xander
ideals,
will
yes.
take the king's sphere and he will move it to the north
Nope.
for
Oh,
5.
yeah.
Okay.
I get Piercy. No. Okay, that one. Xander will then take
Piercy
the
doesn't even know what
wizard's
the
sphere
numbers mean. He just, no.
and take it to the west for 3 and drop it in that slot.
All right. You do so, and everyone stands there as nothing happens.
Sildren closes the door.
You go up the stairs and close the door. You hear a creak and a click, and the door slams shut. And nothing happens.
When the spheres get put into their spot, do they just like sit into a bowl, or does anything activate? Just like
They
depress?
just sit
or
right
they
in.
just sit right in it. Okay, cool.
So there's
Can
a
you
box. in the
open
middle.
that crystal box?
You want to try?
Not really.
Philippe will go over
If
to
I'm
it.
being honest.
Philippe will go over to it, inspect it for traps. Non-magical traps.
You
Non-magical
become
traps.
rather not trusting lately. Everything's a trap.
You are confident there's no trap.
Yeah, okay, and then I'll see if it opens.
All right, you start grabbing onto it to see if it opens. As soon as you do, the crystal box lights up and it grows bright, and then stops glowing. And then you hear chunk, chunk from the northwest and the southwest, and the doors slide up and open into the ceiling. So you have a exit out to the northwest and an exit out to the southwest, further into the 6th tower of Scourgeonar. And we will take our break there. And we will be back in just a little bit.
All right.
The doors to the northwest, southwest slide open. What we're looking at now live on video, and any podcast listeners, you're certainly welcome to check us out here on our YouTube channel, Inglorious Bards, to get a visual of this as well. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to do something a little old school D&D. We're going to show the actual dungeon map as you guys explore it. Seth, I will be controlling one of you guys.
Look, there's Yaru.
I'll get rid of Yaru.
Oh.
Bye.
He's dead. But I'll be dragging one of you guys to represent the whole party through the dungeon. You guys tell me which direction you want to go, and we'll move, and we'll see visually what's there.
Oh, I love it.
And that's what we're going to be doing. You players have your battle maps that you can see, so Seth, you'll just need to pan around as necessary. And Tim, you'll need to keep things in view, obviously, for the viewers at home. So that's what we're doing. You guys have these openings to the northwest and southwest.
North or south?
Which
Sorry, north has some slightly airy noises, sounds, and to the south is a flickering blue light.
I was just expecting you to say screams.
Yeah.
Airy sounds to the north, screams of pain in the south.
So does that seem from the sounds coming from the north? Is that maybe just the like fresh air? No. Okay. It was worth asking.
which way do we go?
I say we
Xana.
split up.
That's not
Sorry,
great,
my head's a
Polly.
little fuzzy. Let's head north.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
As the group heads north, I'll just move one of you. As the group heads north, as soon as you across that doorway, you feel a change in the air within this dungeon beneath the tower. And anyone who's trained or above can make an arcane roll or occult +4.
How come no one's religious?
That's a natural 20.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Ooh, what's a 19?
38 for me.
49.
49 with Xander is a critical. Xander, you recognize that there is a growing pull upon each of your bodies, and that every so often there will be a drain condition applied to the group the longer you stay within this dungeon.
Whoa, we are being sucked dry in here, so let's move fast.
You usually like that.
What? This is reaching backstory lore I do not want to know.
Oh my.
There is a loud crash as well. At
Someone drops their cup.
kitchen pots go tumbling. There's a loud crash as well as a stone hammer appears out of nowhere as though thrown down from the sky, even though this corridor you've entered is only 10 feet high. It comes sailing down, slamming into the ground between Baldy and Piercy, and emanates some stone, but also a bit of a beneficial aura. And Baldy and Piercy, you each gain 10 temporary hit points.
Nice.
The hammer stone then starts to glow and glow and grow very bright, so that the stone hammer is now nothing but the shape of a hammer in white light. And Piercy, your short sword vibrates in your hand, and everyone is looking at the two of you, wondering what the hell just happened. And there's nothing unusual in the ceiling at all.
What'd you guys do?
Surely this is a blessing of the Stone Father.
Yes, it must be because I'm immortal.
Yep.
Piercy, you're not. You're not immortal.
Children.
Because maybe,
No,
maybe.
no, don't. No, you don't. You
Let's
don't
keep
want to
it-
believe that.
Let's,
You shouldn't
Piercy,
believe
Is this
that. That's
hammer
bad.
More impeding, like it's
Nope.
blocking move forward.
Is it corporeal? It's
You right now
tangible.
it's bright light.
Piercy reaches out to see if he can touch it.
You reach out, and your hand passes through it and
Okay.
feels a little tingly with some white, ghostly light that then fades away once you take your hand away.
Okay. Next, he kind of holds out his short sword as a divining rod almost to see and begins walking in different directions to see if the vibration in the sword changes. At
The
all.
vibration on your sword changes the further you get from the white light hammer.
Okay.
This is a warhammer. Shaped.
No, it's like almost like a smithing hammer, but made of stone, and then like 4 times as big. So short-handled hammer.
Piercy then walks back to the hammer and looks at it, and with his left hand, because he's left-handed, where the short sword is in his hand, he positions it to where it would be overlaying the handle of this ghost hammer,
Okay.
as if the sword and the hammer are one.
You do so. The light from the hammer fades and swarms into your short sword. It loses the benefits of one of your property runes
Oh.
for 1 day.
Okay.
You have fire and keen, I believe.
No, I have the keen. No, feet. No, I took my
Okay.
keen.
So
rune
what are
off.
your properties then?
Fire.
Just fire. Then you lose fire.
Yeah.
So you lose that, and for the next day, you gain the ghost touch rune. Property
okay.
rune.
Tell me more, Pat.
Well, you've gotten the ghost touch rune. It is able to harm incorporeal creatures in preventing them from having resistance against weapons.
Okay.
A resistance, not immunity, right?
Which
Correct.
means we're about to run into something incorporeal.
Well, the Stone Father thinks so.
The Stone Father blesses us all.
Not all of us.
Blesses 2/5 of us.
This half of the hallway, not you.
The hall is a 10-foot wide corridor that goes about 60 feet straight ahead. That is relatively dark. Again, you guys have a low light and dark vision. You can see at the end of the hall is a small brazier. It's on the floor that has some blue crystals that are emanating a light to shine some blue light. And then the hallway, while it goes north at the end, about 40, 50, 60 feet, it then branches off to the west. There's also a doorway on the far right side of that corridor as well.
the door?
Yeah.
All right. You guys approach the door. You can see the hall continues down to quite a distance to the west, and you are at the door. Who's in the lead?
Bleak.
Philippe.
She'll check the door for traps.
And one more time, your perception was 27?
26.
26. You are confident there are no traps on this door.
She'll try to open it.
All right, the door opens, and beyond, you see several tables and chairs and benches surrounding the tables.
Bleak will step inside.
Okay. Pleek, you go inside first. Inside, you see it is a 60 by 40 kitchen area used by the Scoriel Guild of priests and wizards long, long ago, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. A lot of things here are in ruins, but still kept somewhat intact. They should have turned to dust long ago, but the magic of the place is somewhat kept in them intact. You can see there are, again, tables, chairs. To the northwest is a cooking pot with utensils and bowls and stuff that haven't been used in the longest of time.
Anything useful with this scan? Just to
Make a perception roll.
look around. I'm gonna, as a natural 1, I will, I'll burn my hero points to re-roll that.
You need
2 of them.
no. You got to get one from a friend.
Oh,
I'll give you one. Yeah.
He can't use
Give
two
it
of his own.
No, we've never allowed that.
Yes, we had, but when we would only have one, we would allow us to borrow one as well.
39.
You've always had to borrow
Yeah.
one for a natural one.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't just use two. That is wow.
It takes 2,
39.
and one has to be.
That's fresh information for me.
39 is a success. 37 was your target number.
Okay.
You find amongst these old spoons and rotting wooden bowls and such a set of antique silver cutlery that have some sort of symbol of the Scoriel Guild carved into them. You believe them to be worth at least 2,000 gold to the right buyer.
Those will get pocketed.
All right. Nothing else seems to be of interest in this particular room.
Okay. Head back out.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's go this way. Keep going forward. Xander's
Go down the
gonna follow the trail.
Okay. Following the trail, the corridor cuts to the west and goes for some distance. Quite a bit of distance, actually. If you zoom out on your map, it goes maybe 200-300 feet long, with a series of doors on the north side of the corridor and some openings to the south. As you make your way south, you can see there are some doors and a corridor that heads south. Double doors to the north.
So
and
before we go
corridor
through the doors, let's look down the corridor to the first corridor to the south, closest to the doors
south.
there.
All right. You see there are some cobwebs on this corridor to the south that stretch into the corners. Smells very musty in this particular area. You step on an old frayed bluish rug that kind of disintegrates a bit in your feet, but nothing unusual happens.
Mm-hmm.
And the corridor to the south goes on for quite some distance as well, and has some branching corridors at the far end as well, to that as well.
Let's avoid any future rugs, just in case.
That didn't seem to be very harmful.
That one didn't. But
Okay, well.
I lost a dear friend to a rug once.
exactly.
How the hell? What happened?
Wasn't that your
Exactly.
dad?
Too soon.
Too soon.
Should just start kicking in doors?
Yeah, let's go. So we'll, I guess, open the first set of doors. That Palik will open the first set of doors there.
I'll check.
Checking for traps again.
Yeah.
Silver's like, this one's probably fine.
Go ahead, just open it,
Are
Palik.
absolutely guaranteed with the critical success that there are no traps on this
I'll,
door.
I'll open them up.
All right. Palik, with the group right behind you, you open up these doors and you see there is a dormitory in here of rotting old beds and some communal tables, more old rugs, and that musty smell is definitely here as well.
How close are we gonna check all these rooms?
I
Some
think
good
just
loot in the last one.
We have to hurry through.
Okay, well, you lead the way or tell us where to go. I can lead the way.
I would say we go south. Looks like there's a passage to the west. I'd say heading towards the interior center of the tower is probably where we want to go.
Okay.
So we're going to go south and down to where there looks like there's a passage to the west.
Okay, and Palik, you're in the front.
Yep.
Who's in the rear?
Sildren.
Sildren. And
Xander will be second.
safely, Xander's safely in the
Safely
middle.
behind Palik.
Okay. Sildren, make a perception roll, please. You need a 35 or higher.
37.
Woo! Sildren, as you are trailing the group, you notice some movement. We had Xander in the second place, I heard.
Correct.
You notice some movement out of the corner of your eye, and you see a wraith coming out of the room you just opened and left the door to. The wraith comes out and is racing towards you, Sildren.
Told you to close the door, Palik.
We should have learned.
And you and that creature are rolling initiative just to start. I've got it right here. Roll for all. Roll for all. It doesn't seem to want to do it. Creature got a 47. Sildren got a 28. The creature goes first.
I've done all these things to get all these initiative bonuses, and I always effing go last.
What's your perception?
25, but then I have like 2 abilities that are specifically adding to initiative. I have like
Ooh,
incredible
hold on.
initiative
Yeah,
and
your
then something
initiative
else.
is way off here. Hold on.
For real, Tom.
It is.
For real.
It helps.
This whole time.
I got to fix. It's coming.
But how many adventures
Doesn't
has it been
matter.
wrong
He's
for?
still alive.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
It says off of diplomacy. We don't want that. That's where the problem is.
Half of my abilities are based on going first.
There
Whenever
we
they
go.
all play.
Now we're set.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm gonna
There's
ask
so
you
many
about
times where
Palik's,
had I gone first,
Palik's initiative later.
All right, you're still second, but you went up 11 points in initiative to a 39.
Whoa!
Much, much better. All right, the Wraith goes first. This ghostly apparition goes, moves closer with Frenaction and moving instantly. There's no actual movement. It's just instantly there, so no opportunity attacks against it. It closes in on the rear of the group, which is Sildren, and reaches out with a spectral hand.
fun.
And gets a total of a number. Where's my screen? Gets a total of 50 with its touch.
That's it.
Yes, that will
Jeez,
be a
that's a
critical
hit.
touch.
Critical hits. You take 84 points of force damage
Wow.
and are afflicted by drain life.
Oh my god.
You need to make a fortitude save with a 40 target number.
Your initiative wouldn't stop this.
32.
32 is a failure. You become drained 1,
I get a drain
Yeah.
card.
which means you lose a level worth of hit points from your max and current hit points. You also gain, and I hate to say this, my wizardly friend, a stupefied 1.
Oh,
and
God.
you know you guys hate those. And
I get a stupefy.
the Wraith gains 18 temporary hit points from that.
So what'll happen? I got drained and
Drained
stupefied.
1, stupefied 1. For its last action,
Excited.
it goes to touch you a second time.
Oh god.
Ooh, it's an agile. It's a slightly easier for multi-attacks. 44 to hit.
That'll hit.
You are hit for, I think, moderately inconsequential. No, for 40 points of force damage.
Takes me down. I'm at 36 hit points.
And you need to make a fortitude save of 40 for drain life again.
Big roll, big roll, big roll. Oh, come on.
I'm gonna use a hero point because I rolled a 2.
Doesn't get worse than a 2.
40 is your goal.
Yeah, it's not. It's just failure. It's not critical.
Sildren, you are now drained 2, stupefied 2.
Cool.
Can Piercy go?
No. Sildren can go, and then we will do a whole fresh initiative.
Oh my god.
Okay. So that's that then.
Now, so we got this long line of heroes all stacked together. Sildren's in the rear, turning around, fending off the spectral. The rest of you are now trying to turn around and see what's going on, but Sildren, you get to act first.
Sildren will just go really simple and straightforward here, and in addition to Shunka attacking, he will also cast Searing Light
There you go.
on the Wraith.
All right, you spin
at
around.
6th level.
Big beam of light coming out. But keep in mind, you're stupefied.
Yeah, so that reduces my attack roll by 2 by
That, and you have to make a flat DC.
17.
So anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted unless you succeed at a flat check with the DC equal to 5 plus your stupefied value. So 7. You just need to make a 7 or higher roll
Okay.
to make sure your spell doesn't go bad.
So my attack roll was a 45 to hit,
Okay.
and then this is to see if it even matters. I need to roll a 7 or better.
Correct.
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
You push past the dumbing of Sildren. You blast out with the searing light, and it fails to dodge the blow, and the beam hits it square.
So it's going to take 11d6 fire damage, and then it being undead, it's going to take 11d6 positive damage as well.
Nice.
So 6, 12, 18, 20, 25,
Massive.
30, 36, 37.
Times 2.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
multiply it.
37 fire, and then do we just want to double
Yeah.
that? Okay, so it's
74.
Yeah.
74, and then it resists just a little bit of that.
Okay. And Shunka attacks now.
What a big blast. Do we have some cool combat music rolling?
We do.
All right. You're awesome.
And Shunka's gonna probably hit with a 45 to hit.
That is a hit.
Shunka.
And I don't. You might want to check now if it can be proned. Good damage for Shunka. 11, 18 plus 8, so 26 points of damage from Shunka, and that's piercing.
All right. We'll say it's not prone, but it's distractedly prone to
Sure.
waste an action.
And then Sildren will
Took a knee.
take a knee.
What was the damage? 26?
Yes. Yes, that
Okay.
sounds right.
A lot of that is resisted, but not all of it.
Okay. And that's Sildren's turn. He'll just
All
kind
right.
of step to the side. Hopefully let some other people in.
It is a whole new round. I'm rolling initiative for everybody.
God, we're in a hallway.
Yeah.
I'm rolling for Piercy. He hasn't called it out.
He has not. Not this
Okay.
time.
Up first is the freaking Wraith. Let me just double check. No, I got initiatives good for everybody. Making sure I'm not Sildrening them. Yep, we're good. We're good, and we're good. All right, the Wraith is up first. It is going to attack Sildren. Let me double check.
Piercy is just two-handing this sword, short sword, ready to go. Just letting you know. If anybody wants to delay their turn.
The creature is going to reach out with its spectral hand and brush your cheek gently, Sildren, for the third time.
Mm-hmm.
And it has rolled a 41 to hit.
That will hit.
You take Sildren just getting drained and drained. 44 points of damage.
Sildren's down.
Oh my god.
You are now dying 1. You also still need to make a fortitude save.
Uh, 32.
32 is a failure. I regret to inform you, you are now drained 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
And stupefied 3, I
And
presume?
stupefied 3.
Jesus.
In addition, for the second and third action of the Wraith, it reaches down to Sildren and grabs him with its little ghostly fingers by the eyes. Its fingers go through his eyes and whips its arm behind him. Sildren, make a Fortitude 40 save, or you are involuntarily moved.
I am involuntarily moved.
What'd you get?
28.
28 is a critical failure.
Jeez.
You are teleported by the Wraith. It teleports you back 20 feet behind the group towards the doorway where it had come out of, and you are stunned too, which really doesn't have much of a matter unless someone wakes you up instantly. Sildren has just been rocked, everybody.
Wow.
Jesus.
Sildren, it is your turn. You lose your turn, and you get moved to its initiative. Sorry. Palik.
Motherfucker.
Bleak, kinda like, what the fuck just happened? We'll rush.
Yeah, we can press all this down. You saw the Wraith jump out and go.
Yeah. And then, like, skull fuck Sildren into the back room. So Pleek's, like,
Aptly put.
as far away from the Wraith as anybody, is further away than anybody. So she has to, like, rush through everybody. Pardon me, excuse me. And,
Gives Xander a little kiss on the cheek on the way
little
by.
pat on the ass, yeah, a little. And cut into this thing. So, is the Wraith
25.
Oh,
on?
that was on the space. Just back up 1.
Oh. Oh, yeah, it was really hard to see. Yeah, and then we'll attack with a 36.
36 is a miss.
Shit roll. We'll try one more time. 37.
37. Palik racing over to see what's happening with Sildren. Swings and misses both times. It is Bali's turn. You guys are in this narrow corridor at a T intersection fighting.
And I see Sildren from where.
No, somewhere over here though.
Toss him in the room. Yeah.
Maybe we can move past it.
Well, and if you're gonna, you gotta move around people, so
Yeah.
keep that in mind for movement speed.
Yeah. So you'd have to like.
You could see him just by moving 5 or 10 feet. You could see him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see him with that. Well, that's a little move.
You're 25 feet away from him.
25 feet away.
Bali takes a step.
And cast heal on Sildren. This. Using the heavy dice. Newly acquired for Christmas. These are Christmas dice. Boom. That's pretty good. 19 on top of that. 105 healed you.
105.
Nice.
And
That's why you pay him the big bucks.
you are. You feel additional warmth traveling over you as you feel this initial surge, and you will fast heal 5 every turn for the next minute. So you will
for
just
10
constantly
turns.
5,
10 turns.
5, and on.
Nice. Where did that come from?
That's Resurrectionist.
Nice.
Recovering anyone from dying, any kind of healing. They
Oh, that's so
acquire
cool.
fast heal 5.
Bali brings Sildren back to consciousness. Sildren, you lose your dying, gain a wounded 1. Piercy, you're next, and then Xander.
Is this wraith affected by tumble through?
Yes.
Okay. So Piercy's gonna move, just pretty much straight through Palik and the wraith to
You are small enough
flank
to do
and tumble through. That's 48 to tumble through.
You barely pull the tumble through off, but you get through.
And now he has panache. It takes
Wait, what? No. Wait, yeah, barely. Sorry, keep going.
he has panache, and he takes a swing,
A regular swing.
regular swing.
You need to get rid of that fucking die, dude.
20 or 30, 33.
33. You're too excited, and it's a weird ghost, and you miss.
Yeah, it hurt. Gonna do a second attack with a confident finisher.
All right.
Wow. 30,
Horrible.
32, 33, 34.
That is a miss.
But
Confident finisher,
Confident
guaranteed
finisher.
damage.
it's gonna be 12, 18, 20.
For 20 points of damage, your sword glows ghostly for a bit, and all of that damage goes through. None of it is resisted.
Nice.
It is Xander's turn.
I have some ideas, but I need everyone to get away from it if you can. So for now, Xander's gonna cast Fiery Body. First, he's gonna roll to see if he can do it. No, he doesn't. That is a natural 1 on my stupefied check. I just needed a 6 or higher.
You want a
So-
hero point?
No, for that particular spell, I'm just gonna let it go. Cannot light myself on fire. It's not. It's true.
The choke setting isn't right.
But since that was only 2 action cast, I will use my 3rd action to cast Elemental Toss at the Wraith, which is an action attack, which is still a spell, right? It's a focus spell. That one will work, and the attack is 17, 27, 47.
47, you
4.
hit.
44.
44, you miss.
Damn it.
So it's prone because of Shunka's hit.
You said it was half
46.
prone.
Yeah. So does he get the +2?
While prone, you are flat-footed. Yes, you hit.
All right.
Good call. Good job,
Woo.
Shunka.
Thank you, Shunka. All right, and that was going to be 8 plus 43, 51 points of flame damage.
Jeez. 51. Some of that is resisted, but is a good hit nonetheless. Creature looks to be half wounded by this state, still looking to slay some heroes, but it is Sildren's turn. You are prone, eyes blinking, feeling little pebbly goodness across your face from the healing spell. He's the
Pebbly
Stone Father
goodness.
healer. You spit out some boulders.
It's more stony than I would like. You're grainy.
The freshly manscaped boulders.
Right.
So
Code Inglorious Bards.
yeah. Sildren will. There's not too much I can do right now. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna just do real simple. Disrupt Undead. It's a cantrip.
Thought you were pulling out a Checkout IO magazine when you said real simple.
I don't know what that is.
Nobody.
Is it a spell attack
It's a
roll?
magazine.
It is a resistance, I believe. Fortitude save.
Okay, then you're fine. Because there's a penalty if you're prone for attack rolls. Okay,
Yep.
you're good.
But I have to. I'm stupefied, so I have to check and make sure I can cast it.
Hard stupefied now.
10, so I got it.
You're almost at a coin toss now for
Yeah.
every spell failing.
So Fortitude save.
Fortitude save, sorry. On the creature. Oh no! 35!
That's gonna fail. And it's gonna take 32 points of positive damage.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
And it's enfeebled. Oh no, that's only if it critically failed.
32?
Yep.
None of that is resisted. It enjoys all 32
And
points of damage.
Shunka leaps at it as well.
All right.
Being kind of pissed off at this point. And rolls a natural 1, Shunka.
Does he want a hero
Bad
point?
dog. Yeah.
Rub his nose in that critical.
All right.
Please.
I'll
So,
give my help.
okay, Shunka's getting another attack.
fruity pebbles is what Alistair describes
That's
the
much
healing as.
better. 17 plus his attack roll of 28. So that's 45. And if he's getting flanking,
That's a hit.
47. And I'm also going to invoke
What's the name of
Vengeful
it?
Wolf
Okay.
with an L. Wolf.
A wolf.
13 plus 8,
Extra
21.
critical damage.
42 points of damage.
Nice.
42.
Piercing.
The creature resists some of it, but still a bunch got through.
And it is also prone now again.
And it is totally distracted again. The creature's getting into a badly wounded condition. Sildren's
also
standing up,
healing.
causing trouble.
Yep.
You're also healing 5 points.
And I healed 5 points.
Right, from that resurrectionist. So you're prone, casting magic, and snapping your fingers and making things happen. Pretty good for a guy that just got knocked down.
Yeah.
However, it is the Wraith's turn. It is surrounded by mouse and halfling. It is going to reach out and touch Palik. No, Palik, you missed. It's going to touch the mouse behind it. Spins around and reaches out with a spectral hand.
Has to get up. Does it have to get up?
Mm-hmm.
He's prone.
Oh, it does. Yeah. It is
I'll
prone.
spend an action to get up.
And then gets a natural 20 on you,
Oh my
Piercy.
God.
Yikes.
Okay.
Uh,
Sure, it's fine.
you have been hit for 76 points of force damage.
I got this. It's fine.
It gains temporary hit points,
Ah.
and you need to make a fortitude save. 40.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'm gonna.
Brenros would have this down, guys. I mean, come on. Fortitude saves.
Boom, boom,
Even Sir
boom.
Kendall could pull it.
I just missed. I got 38.
Well, well, well.
He comes out of the room.
You are drained
Can't-
one,
can't-
stupefied one.
Can I use a hero point on that?
You can.
Are you gonna? Because now's the time.
What's stupefied do to me?
It's horrible.
It's for
It's-
casters, really.
Really bad against casters.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a negative to all of your saves.
Intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
I'll take it. It's fine.
Okay.
Drained one, stupefied one.
Stupefied one.
Okay.
Correct.
Just don't cast spells.
And then it is going to. It doesn't know you're super fast. It really doesn't. It's going to go ahead and dimensional shunt you as well. Make another fortitude save as it reaches into your eye sockets.
Ah,
See, with this,
that's awful.
Scooping.
That sounds terrible.
Don't let it do that. It
Overtly
hurts.
graphic too. I'm just not a fan.
Fortitude 40.
No.
What you roll?
35.
35. You are only instantly teleported 20 feet away. And it puts you through the wall into the room,
Oh.
far away from the
Like
battle.
teleports.
Teleported. Palik, you are up, standing toe to toe with this wraith.
Yeah. Okay. It's got its back to me. I'm gonna stab it right in the back. See what happens. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not add my spellcasting modifier, so it was five more
5
points
more
of damage.
damage.
Positive.
Got it.
101.
101 damage.
Yes.
What type of
Nice.
damage?
There's 5 electricity, 4 fire, and the rest is piercing.
Piercing.
Yes.
No precision, though.
No.
Because I would imagine you do a lot of precision, right? With your backstab stuff. Is that what you're doing?
Oh, well, there's definitely some backstab put into that.
Yeah, this could have a factor here. Doot, doot, doot.
So much damage.
It's It's a big paragraph on your character
Yeah,
sheet
for
somewhere.
sure.
Sneak attack.
Yeah.
Sneak attack. Did you use sneak attack?
Yes.
If it's flat-footed, you deal an extra 1d6 precision damage plus additional at level 5 and 11. So you're doing some precision damage as well.
So 4 of that would have been precision.
Okay, it ignores that.
Okay.
It has no brain or spleen,
Okay.
that critical stuff. And
And
you
it's
might
gonna
also do that too, Piercing,
Take
so keep in mind.
some bleeding and some fire persistent damage.
I'm going to here. It will not take bleeding. It will take fire. You can burn a ghost.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna attack again.
And what was the total damage to begin with?
101
Okay.
minus 4, so 97.
Got it. That's a huge blow.
35. She'll miss with the second attack.
It's a miss.
And then might as well go for the third. Actually, Xana requested us to move, so I will back up.
Fall back.
10 feet.
Okay, you run 10 feet. It does not have an opportunity attack. You're good.
Okay.
Bali, you're 10 feet away from this creature.
I take out my warhammer.
That's an action.
What do you want to do with that?
I'm going to run past him. Let's see, how far can I get behind Silver?
15, 10,
Am
20,
I blocked by Silver?
25. Oh, you want to get through Sildren?
Yeah.
That's 25 right there.
That's
How
fine.
far do you want to move?
Well, 20 is my movement.
Gotta get those anklets on.
I know. That's what Alistair said at the
Oh,
beginning
no,
of the
20.
fight. Bali, use your super
That's what I
speed
thought it was 25, yeah.
of 30.
And then I need to get past Silver. Let's see.
No. All you saw was Piercy blink out. We have no idea where Piercy is. That's your goal.
Well, I gotta squeeze past and see where Pierce is. So.
You can see Piercy. He's you can just get to him.
No.
With
stay-
2
I'll
moves.
stay put.
Stay right here. 20 feet
And
away.
then I will raise my shield.
All right, you race past the wraith next to Sildren and then raise your shield. Piercy, you are in this other room.
Oh, hey guys! And he starts running back out of the room toward the wraith with his short sword up. Just
What's your move speed?
like
You can move
70?
40 people too, I think.
it's at least it's 45. It should be.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
non-panached
It
is
should
45.
be at least, yeah. Because you get half with my vivacious speed. I get
Right.
half even without panache.
We'll definitely find that number at some point.
Yeah, might be relevant.
And then I'm going to make an attack swing.
All right, you charge in.
17 is the roll plus 29 is 46.
Is a hit.
Nice.
And that's 11, 16 points of damage. Sorry, 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. That is not resisted in any way.
You don't get any
And
pluses on that?
No, because plus. Damn it! I keep forgetting the plus 9.
Yeah.
Plus 9 for like the last however many hits.
Mass, how many campaign arcs?
I don't know.
Let's
Just,
just pool that all up now into one big blow.
yeah, along with all my perception.
And you slash at the wraith. It gives out a scream, swirls away in a bluish haze, and disappears.
And don't come back.
Now shut that fucking door.
Where did it go?
Disappeared.
Where did it
Oh,
go?
killed it for sure.
It did not. Where
I
did
got
it go?
I got it. It's a dead.
Shh. And Sildren's listening, very like, I guess, attuning his senses to try
Alright.
to figure out where it might have gone.
Make an occult roll.
Quiet,
Yeah,
he's
that's
listening
gonna
for
work.
us.
I rolled a 6.
So what's your roll then?
A 6.
You have no idea. You don't believe ghosts exist.
That wasn't real.
And it would have got away with it, too, if it wasn't for us meddling kids.
Bali stepped through the door and close it behind him,
All right.
joining Sildren and the others in the hall.
Okay.
Proceed south.
Can I get some more healing, please?
Do you have any de-draining abilities, anybody?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh.
Can I get me some of that?
Or de-stupefying. Would you want to be de-drained
Could I get
first?
me some
or
of that?
You can get de-drained and de-stupefied.
I would like to get a little bit of both, please.
That'll take an hour to remove one.
Let's
wow.
we don't have time to do that.
I think
Then
we're
you don't get
adding
that.
on time.
Well, fine.
Enjoy your stupefy.
Yikes.
All right.
All right.
Go south.
Keep heading south. Pleek, you can lead the way again, please.
Why does it take an hour, by the way?
Typically it takes 8 hours.
What are you talking about? What spell?
It's not a spell, it's an ability.
Oh, well, what's the ability?
In a traditional sense, if I'm using the battle medicine or whatever, that allows me to remove the disease, drained, and so forth. But with legendary medic, which I am,
Okay, cool.
remove
Don't
disease,
you have a-
blinded, deafened, doomed, drained, or enervated. But it takes an hour.
The
instead
hour
of
to do the
8.
healing. What about a restoration level 2 spell?
I haven't. I was trying to check on different things like that. What does the restoration level 2 come up as?
Yes.
I'm gonna guess.
I'm going to guess you have not prepared that then, Bowie.
No, that would.
All right, then we'll just move right along.
But. Let me just take a look here real quick.
For future reference, restoration heightened to level 4 has drained ability on there.
Just want to make sure.
That's awesome.
And it hits more than one target. So I will cast that now.
Wow.
I have channeled Succor, which allows me to alter a heal spell to become restoration.
Oh,
next
in
level.
Tom's face!
Nice. And it hits more than one creature too.
Nice. I need it.
It targets
So good,
one
is it?
creature. You can also gain a third. No, it's one creature.
Is it one?
Yep.
Well, that'll still work too.
Creature can benefit from only one restoration spell each day.
Okay. Am I completely restored or just a level?
No, he's let's see. And it can't benefit from restoration more than once to reduce the stage of the same exposure to a given toxin. Okay, that doesn't matter.
And how long is this stupefied and drained gonna last?
For a while.
Okay. I don't like that.
All right, so reduce a clumsy, enfeebled, or stupefied condition by 2. And what level are you able to cast this at?
Max level at 8.
Or drained can be reduced by 2.
Does it matter if it's a higher level?
No,
So then just cast it at 4.
but you
Just-
have to choose.
Yeah, just take a 4th level
Do you want to get rid of drained, or do you want to get rid of stupefied?
stupefied.
So then that's just a level 2.
And drained will.
Well, it removes it by
building.
2, so it would drop it down to 1 because I was stupefied 3.
Yeah.
Drained will keep building up over time.
Yeah, I'm drained
until it
3.
kills you. Am I correct? in that?
It's his call or your call. You guys figure out which one you want to get rid of.
Make your choice.
What is? Tell me about the negative consequences of drained.
My boot in your ass if you take too long.
Well, drained, you're losing your level in hit points, current and maximum.
So you're losing essentially 2 times that value.
So you're level 16, so you're drained 3. So then you're what? 48 hit points off your max.
Yep.
Fuck.
And it affects fortitude saves and constitution
All right.
checks.
Fuck
And
it.
if you ever
Drained
get to
it
drain
is.
16, you don't exist.
Well,
Drain 16 would be
let's not go that far. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 off drain then.
2 off drain.
I can't do 1 and 1.
You can, actually.
Like
Okay, so I'll do 1 and 1.
All right.
1 and 1.
It actually says that. You reduce 2 of them by 1. Nice. Good job, Bali. Group, what do you got in mind?
South. South to the hallway we can like barely see.
All right, heading south. You continue walking past another brazier with blue crystals. I'm using Xander as the point man for no reason. I probably used Palik, right? Palik was the...
Probably better point, yeah. But I'm pretty easy to see.
Out of the way. Palik with the rest of the
The
group.
razors, these is like blue flame, like magical flame.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming.
You walk past a...
There are little LED lights.
You walk past a skeleton on the ground, wearing some old clothes, has a symbol on it, on its robe. You pass by more cobwebs, and you reach a T intersection that continues south or branches off to the west.
What's the symbol, Xander?
Xander goes up and to identify the symbol.
It is a symbol you've already seen in this dungeon. It is the symbol of the Scoriel priests.
This is the priest's symbol.
Okay. So yeah, what's down that hallway?
To the south is another 2 branching hallways. To the west is a hallway with some...
to the west.
The west is a hallway which goes quite some distance, has a brazier at the end, some bright light shining across, and yeah, that's what you guys see.
Beware of those lights.
The fast healing calculated to a minute is
50.
it 10? So it's 50
Yeah,
then?
it's 10 rounds, yeah.
So then that'll go, you'll get
I should
plus
be
45.
at 155 total.
45 more.
45.
Right, I should be at 155 then, total.
What do you guys think? Keep going south or take a right here? Go west. There's weird lights.
I would head
Where
into...
do we see like the weird lights? Where are they emanating from?
They are emanating from a strange symbol that matches the one you just identified, Xander, that is on the wall and is casting light.
Is that good or bad?
Well, I mean, if the light is looking for priests or warding against anyone that's not a Scoriel priest, that could be bad.
Okay, fuck that hallway.
All right.
So
south.
I mean, the other thought is that, like, that could be the spot that's protected that we need to get to that's designed for the priests.
Is there a way to get through the light or like through the hallway without touching the light?
No.
Okay.
Also, I need all of you to make fortitude saves of 36.
I need a hero point for a natural one. If
I'll
somebody...
give you a hero point.
Thank you.
Success.
I got
Mine is
36.
36.
Xander's going to use his own hero point because he rolled a 7.
Success with 36.
Wow. Bunch of six.
That's a natural 20 for a 46.
42.
So everyone passed. All of you feel a draining sensation upon you, except Xander. And Xander, you do not even have to make the next one.
Sweet.
Carry on.
But none of us are actually drained.
Nope.
Okay.
So go down this hallway?
Yes.
Ugh, okay.
Go ahead, Palik.
Philippe will lead the way.
Okay.
And like
We'll wait here. See what happens.
put a hand into the light.
Go to the light, Caroline. You head west and you approach the symbol, which is casting light, almost like it's a church window with a bright white light coming through.
Like a full length
Yeah.
window.
You reach out your hand and are zapped with a tremendous acute pain to your brain, and you take mental damage of a grand total, as my mouse freezes, there we go, of a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 D20.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, 33. I rolled really bad.
Oh my god.
33 points of mental damage, and you are stupefied 1.
I told you not to touch the light.
You so full of shit.
We should not go near this until
What
we
I
find a
said.
way. This is really bad. We gotta find a way to don priestly robes or something before
There's
we
a
can
robe. Go
go
put the robe on and go through.
Xander will do just that.
You shake this
Dum-dum.
old frayed robe off of a skeleton, getting the bones out.
Oh god.
They clatter to the ground, and you put this robe over you, looking like some kid putting on dad's coat. And
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah. And you have this terrible old robe on right now.
Xander's going to work his way into the hallway wearing the robe and is going to try to pass through the light.
All right, make a will save +4.
Oh, that's not too shabby. That is a 45.
With a
49 with a +4.
with a 49, you pass through the light and the light fades.
Okay.
Good job.
Only 2 more. Xander goes to the next one
Okay,
and also tries to walk through that light.
go ahead, and the light, there's 3 lights. The first light returns.
Oh.
But does the. Okay.
You walk into the second light, make a will save +4.
Not as amazing. Still good. That is a 33.
With a 33, you get a tremendous headache. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D20. 51, almost perfectly average points of mental damage, and Xander is stupefied 1.
Xander.
Stupefied 2.
Xander.
Because that was one before. What? You hanging, Swagger?
Don't keep going alone. Come back to the first one and let us all through.
Well, stumble his way back through
Or
to the
we can
first
try
one.
and go around. Let's try and go around before we try and go through all 3 of these.
I'm in between 2 lights. What do I do?
Okay. I mean, or we can
Yeah,
head
don't move the
straight
others,
through.
just leave them there for now.
Do you want me to come back? Do you want me to keep going? What do we do?
Well, we all need to get through one way or another.
I think Xander is our bridge through the lights.
Xander goes back to the first light.
Okay, willpower +4.
This is gonna be bad.
Ooh, no. Nope. No. It's a 26.
26.
28.
We're going to go to the judges on this. This could be important. Is it a 26 or a 28?
24 plus 2 plus 2, 28.
And you have stupefied?
Oh, and I
Does
I have
that
stupid-
affect willpower saves?
No, that only affects intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based rolls.
Wisdom,
which I'm going to say,
is-
yeah, it affects that. So that's a -2. That brings it down to a 26.
Fortitude is Constitution.
This is a will
Willpower.
save.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
will
yeah,
is
yeah.
wisdom. Yeah.
So what's your end roll?
26.
You needed a 37, so that is a critical failure.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm doing 5d20. We don't get to roll a lot of dice. Let's go up to 10 then. 10d20. Xander crashes, grabbing his head for 106 points of mental damage.
Ah!
And you gain stupefied 1 only.
So if I already had stupefied 2.
You're at stupefied 3.
Oh god.
I think we need to make a tactical retreat out of this tower for the day and retry this
So
because
go-
we are not doing well.
Go sleep with the orcs.
Or go back to into the Nexus. Yeah, this is not going well.
I'm all right.
How about if we go down to the other room and we set the tent up?
Because we will continue to get drained as long as we're in this
It
tower.
was just that's not true.
No.
He said just when we went through the doors to the north from that main room is
Yep.
when we started to feel
Yep.
the
We didn't
Okay.
feel anything until we went through that door.
Okay. I mean, if we go back
The
and we're
longer
fine,
we
that's
stay
fine.
down here.
If we go back to Crystal Box Room, we might be okay. If we're not okay right now because we're tired inside the hallway with the lights and the priesty robes.
And that just came out as.
He does speak orc.
Okay. I mean,
I would suggest we fall back and rest because we cannot go much further. He's stupefied. I'm stupefied. You're stupefied. Everybody's stupefied.
I'm always stupid.
DM's like frickin'
It's good.
Oprah over there, stupefying everybody.
Given gifts.
Okay. So I'll help Xander back
It
to
is the holidays.
the
I bet you will.
crystal box room.
All right.
I'm gonna
So-
keep my smelly robes.
So we're
You do
gonna
that.
retreat.
You head back, tracing your path back all the way to the initial room at the bottom of the tower with the crystal box and the 4 spheres.
And we're no longer feeling that drain sensation.
You wait, and you wait, and you still feel a pulling sensation. All of you make fortitude saves.
Except for Xander that doesn't have to for this one.
Does not. Your target number now is 37.
I just made it.
Ooh, I did too.
37,
Yes.
and I have drained 1, so I got a 36.
The drain 1 affects your saves.
Not a Constitution based.
So,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Drained is Constitution based rolls and DCs.
On Constitution-based checks such as Fortitude saves.
Mm-hmm. So with my drain 2, that puts me at a 40.
Okay. So, Piercy, you gain a level of drained, another level of drained.
We're gonna check the. Can we open the door to the exit of the tower?
You check the door, and it opens.
Okay. I was a little worried about that.
You're really concerned about that door.
Well,
You're trying to metagame the DM looking at me. What's going on with that door? Tom keeps mentioning the door.
no, I wasn't trying to, but then you're like, and there is this open door. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's get back to the Nexus and retry this tomorrow or the day after.
I don't have much. Okay.
Well,
Uh,
you would much rather what?
I think
Well, I just don't know how much time we have to fuck around with this.
We don't have much, but we also
If we
If
leave the orc village, they're gonna bring more orcs. They're not
No.
happy with us. We killed a
No.
lot of people.
I think we took care of all of them.
No, not all of them.
Mm.
There's still the women and children left.
We'll take care of them on the way out.
Wow.
I could still cast dragon form. We can have a little fun.
Slain Rock is orcish for Vietnam.
Jeez.
A little CCR playing in the background. Fortunate son. Yeah, I see no path forward with us all stupefied like this and drained. Like,
It does make it a lot harder.
yeah, and we're facing that wraith. Drop me
Oh,
in.
totally killed the wraith. It's done. No worries.
Yeah.
I killed a wraith.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
I got robes.
you do. Take care of them.
If we're gonna leave and come back, we should probably keep the robes here. Because we don't need them outside of here, but here is good.
No, let's take them.
Okay. So Xander will take off his robes.
We
and
found
we'll leave.
Xander's weakness,
Okay.
and if just disagree with Palik.
I got
Bleak-
like a -2
Bleak
diplomacy.
talk
against-
sense into Xander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You take off the robe, Xander. You guys are heading out of the tower, out of the village, and heading back to the Nexus point, and then back to the Nexus. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That is correct.
All right.
We are tactically retreating.
Run away!
Uh-huh.
You guys leave the tower. The draining, continual presence fades, although those of you currently drained still stays with you.
Yeah.
And you head out of the village. There are just maybe a handful of orcs hiding in faraway
We
tents.
kill them.
Salt the earth. And you return and press your hand with some keys on the Nexus, a little obelisk, and return back to the safety of the Nexus. And you guys catch some rest. You wake up the next day. Each of you have lost 1 level of drain.
And didn't Christopher, you said Bali has an ability?
First two
Yeah, I can surgery you down slowly over time instead of 8 hours down
Yeah.
to 1 hour. So,
And then
What's that
reduce.
legendary medic.
And then it reduces what conditions?
It reduces. Let's see, it's 1 per day per target. So keep that in mind. Takes an hour. Remove a disease or blinded, deafened, doomed, drained, or innovated.
Okay.
So,
So,
then we
essentially,
can
you'll get the day's rest and
plus
an
1 more
additional
level of
one.
drain, which will put me down to not drained anymore.
If Tom concurs with that.
Yeah.
All right, so you need to make a roll, Senor, for each person. Who's drained that you're doing it
This is Sildren and Piercy are the ones who are
We
drained.
haven't done this before, so let's make sure I got it. Looking for, there it is. Da-ba-bum. That's level. Oh, as the DC. Got it. Okay.
I didn't mention any of that because my shortcut note doesn't mention rolls or.
Okay. And I'm looking at the original Wraith. Wraith is a level 18 creature, by the by.
Jesus.
For anyone scoring at home. So Bali, you only get one roll per person to reduce one of that drain condition. You need to make a medicine roll. 38 is your target number. Call who you're doing it and roll.
Okay. Making my check here. I have to succeed at a 38.
38.
Okay. I do that.
You do that? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Assurance.
Assurance, medicine.
What's your medicine?
It's a 29.
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
All
We
right.
each lose
It's
another
scary
He
when
is
you start asking me
legendary.
to make rolls, and I'm like,
Yes, you guys lose an additional level of drained.
Nice.
And I'm checking because I know Chris is going to ask me the next question.
What about stupefied?
that's a stupid question.
Because I
These-
do have my greater my staff of healing, which I can do stuff.
Okay, so the stupefied received from the light, which I believe was Palik and Xander, you guys lose 1 per day. Stupefied.
Okay.
Those of you who gain stupefied from the Wraith, the stupefied goes away when you have no drained whatsoever.
Okay.
Nice.
So I am not.
You lost all your. Oh, because you did a. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So who still is stupefied?
What about the stupefied from being hit on the head by orcs?
He's got rest.
1 per day.
Yeah, we'll give you that. Yeah.
Okay.
if
So
I'm
that should be
reading this,
0
then
because you lose it.
Stupefied 1.
I got
for
hit by the
Piercy,
lights
and then that's
twice.
it, right?
No, I'm
No?
It's going
0.
on,
I
it's
only
going
had
on.
1
Oh.
level. And we rested a night, so
Okay.
I lose 1 that way and
So who got?
lose
I thought you
and
got.
I'm
moved. the-
I'm drained no more, so I lose
the
one.
Drained
Wraith
no
moved you,
more.
That was that one. So who's left with stupefied then?
Me.
Oh.
How many?
One.
One.
Which is 2 because he's stupefied.
Because and the double vision.
Just 7.
He's mathified. All right, and the wounded one will go away from Sildren then.
Yep.
And then all temp healing, and then restore battle medicine.
Plus we rested a night, so we should have hit points back and stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I have restoration with the staff of greater healing
Okay.
You just now bring it up? Ah.
and restore senses. So I will be casting that on Xander.
Woo.
A level of. You're using your staff.
Yep. At whatever the max level I can use it at.
All right, you just need at level 2 to remove stupefied up to 2 points.
Yep. There you go.
Done. Reduce the
Yeah.
condition. You cast restoration. Choose to either reduce the condition. There's no counter roll. You just can't removing the condition. So yeah,
Okay. Great.
great. Yeah.
Great.
Touches the staff to your forehead. You take 1
Boink.
point of blunt damage.
And get stupefied 1. Because I'm still stupefied, so I swung it kind of
that
hard.
was 1 day of rest, recovering all that nasty
Yeah.
status.
Well, you guys are freaking legendary category heroes at this
Yeah.
point. Jesus.
All right.
Let's try it.
You guys wake
Yeah,
up the next day in the Nexus. You have anything
Prepare
else?
some
you-
different spells
All right.
while we're at it. Now that I know what we're going up against.
It's so silly. You guys have to prepare your spells. Why don't you just get bored with them?
Oh yeah, Xander. Your spell book, the one that the create wall. What's that called?
Oh, it's new to me. It's a prismatic wall, but I got wall of stone.
Yeah,
and I got
the
wall
one,
of
the
fire.
one you did earlier. The wall.
Yeah, it's a wall
You
of
should
stone.
find that page in your book and rip it out.
Oh, wait, it's really helpful. Didn't that help you? I was helping.
Yep. Always helpful.
I like wall of stone.
We know.
Bali, in anticipation of any return to that tower, is already starting to reorganize his spell book.
Yes.
Just a heads up.
Bleak is now metagaming Xander.
She suddenly becomes like this weird Yoko Ono type vibe.
For sure.
I want you to cast this spell and this spell and this spell, and you don't need these other heroes at all. Also,
That was painful to watch. and Listen to.
We could even leave the
Oddly
room for
true to
that.
life, though.
I just stupefied the listeners.
So are we headed back to the tower? I
Yeah.
presume.
Yeah, you guys, anything else you want to do? You're here in the Nexus. You can go somewhere else with Nexus points. You're also here in Mirskan, or head back to where you're at.
I mean, I would say we head back and do what we need to do, but
Yeah, let's go. Let's try again.
Really? Okay, here we go.
All right.
I don't have
Enthusiasm is
I
palpable.
don't have that ghost thing anymore right now, right?
Correct. It is faded.
It's back to my normal weapon.
correct.
Okay.
I mean, the hammer showed up when we walked through the first time.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll do it again.
Maybe. Let's go.
I cannot die, so maybe it's a worth to try.
that's not how that works.
And I'm trying to find spells.
Maybe. Piercy's
Xander,
word of the day.
I
You want me to
believe the
prove it
book
to
is
you?
probably still on the Nexus podium for
Mhm.
Eastern Varen.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do it
Xander
before we
goes
wrap,
to the
and
book
I can prove to you
Bleak
you're not
goes.
immortal.
and starts reading.
All right, you start reading, and you find yourself whisked away to a dry, arid area. As you guys start disappearing there, you hear from the Nexus, Master Yaru saying, "Well, perhaps I could come with you." And you decide to stop there for tonight.
I was wondering.
Seemed pretty good. So thank you so much for joining us. This was very interesting. Different take on dungeons. It was fun, and hopefully we'll have some more folks joining us next week. And happy holidays. We'll see you next time.
Happy New Year,
Good night, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, motherfuckers.